I called everyone here because I respect y'all music opinions. Some more than others. There's a nigga here like Eminem and shit. But everyone at this table's opinion, I respect OD.
All right, that's awesome.
And everyone does something different, so I feel like we're going to have very different lists. Some things we'll agree on, some things we'll disagree on. Wongo brought candy, so I know his energy's already at a super high thing, so we're going to do this.
That's what I'm saying. First clip goes to you. I'm emptying my
clip. I'm here.
Right,
we've been going back and forth on Twitter for so long, so we're going to do this. So I'm Coogi. Let's go in order.
I'm Louie.
Sound from Complex Ambition.
My name is YI.
Wongo, where's Wongo? You know me.
Corvah, Corvito's Way, Twitter, Instagram.
Hey, and this is a very special episode of Kicking It. I don't remember what we named it, so I'm not even gonna try to say it out loud.
It's Corvah.
It was mad long.
It's Corvah. Where's the Daily Complex Ambition?
Hey,
there you go.
That's fire.
Where's the Daily Complex Ambition?
That's fire.
Wongo with the memory.
So we're just gonna wrap up 2018 musically, but before we do that, I have to ask you, Wongo. You really thought the Bird Box movie was fire?
I didn't say it was fine. See, there you go. You
no, I'm asking.
I literally said the movie was good. That's it.
I thought it was good too.
What'd you got? I just watched it.
I think it was amazing.
It was good.
I think
it was dope.
No, it was a good. Like I wouldn't have mind paying go to a movie and pay for that.
It was interesting.
Yeah, in the theater.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I would not have mind that.
I will say it's the first movie that kept my attention.
Yeah. Like I think
time.
I fell asleep.
The whole time.
Nigga, the whole because I'm just like, all right,
bro, the river was mad long.
Yeah.
The river part was not boring.
I fell asleep.
No, the river part was not. You missed mad parts. Especially when she was like, I'm gonna need somebody to look. And boy was like, she was like, no. Like that was no.
I saw that part, but like leading up, it was just mad long for no reason.
I think mad people were like looking too deeply into it. Like I seen one article, some guy was like, Bird Box is about how white people ignore racism or ignore black people. I was like, see, y'all are looking way too deep.
The second main character is black, and he lived really long.
Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't read it. I just read the title.
Oh nah,
I just closed
it's like they were watching with a blindfold.
Oh.
This episode's over.
Show's over.
But nah, I watched it. I was like, I couldn't get attached to anyone because I know all them niggas die.
True.
I think social media really hyped it up. So
there we go.
So
I think that's what social media does.
That's true.
It hypes it up in either a favorable or unfavorable way.
I'll give it a nice little solid 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
I'm rocking with a 7.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
What was everyone's movie of the year before we get into music?
Bird Box. No.
Oh my god.
A Star Is Born. I really loved it.
I don't even think I watched it.
A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Fuck it.
Shout out to Lady Gaga.
I respect it.
I'm done. Next person.
I respect it.
I didn't even watch movies like that. Oh, wait.
Oh, my fault.
I wish I could give you a movie besides Avengers, honestly.
I was going to say Avengers.
I want to, but that's the first one that comes to mind. So.
Yeah, Avengers are pretty amazing.
That's right.
That was an experience.
It's crazy.
I'm going with the Spider-Man movie, the new joint.
Bandersnatch.
I gotta watch that one.
I have to. I still have to finish it. You didn't like
Why
it?
do you hate it? It was fire.
Because it's a waste of time.
I'm gonna come clean, yo. I picked 3 decisions and it rewinded, and I was like, all right. So what was the point of asking me?
Yeah.
If you was just gonna tell me I was wrong,
it felt like a waste
Exactly,
of
that's
time.
what
It really
it
did.
But it's
feel like
not. It's not necessarily wrong. It just ends the way you. The ending isn't what you thought it was gonna be.
I haven't finished it yet.
But to me, it makes perfect sense because it ends the same way for the guy that made the game it end. So I was just like, oh, that I should have been known that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go home and watch it tonight and get back to you.
What is that movie?
Bandersnatch. When we watched the
interactive
Black
one?
Mirror,
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Black Mirror's fire.
But I watched 3 movies this year, so that explains why.
I watched 6 maybe.
In all honesty.
All right, let's do the music thing, yo. Yeah. So where are we going with this first, Louie? You said
let's just start with best hip hop albums of 2018. Let's jump right into
strictly
it.
hip hop.
Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Want to best album? Best hip
I
hop?
mean,
well.
it's cool. I could just.
I'll do it.
I got another one, so it's fine.
What's everyone's number ones? Just I need to know
Just
off
albums
top.
in general.
Damn.
Yeah.
Albums in general.
Yeah.
Daytona.
East Atlanta Love Letter.
Daytona's my number one. What'd you say?
East Atlanta Love Letter.
That's a joint.
That's a good one. I'll go Saba, Care For Me.
That's a joint.
Love
I like
one.
that. What's your number one?
You just gotta slide it up. Yep. No.
the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
This kid has never handled the mic in his life.
So I have Saba Care For Me as well.
Okay.
Prom King was just a crazy ass song. I love it.
It's a really good
album.
album.
I gotta check that shit out. I don't know.
What was your number one?
I put KOD.
Daytona, always. Yes.
Daytona was number one. Daytona was number one for me from day one. I was like, all right, nothing's gonna top this. Okay, we're good.
Why do you think so?
Well, all right. So I'm a little biased, as I'm sure everyone at this table is about someone. I just don't think there's a better rapper than Pusha T, and Kanye produced it. So it was like, oh, it's a match made in heaven.
Nah.
And there was not one okay record. Every record was like, wow, this is fire. Wow, this is fire. Holy shit, this is Rick Ross. This is fire. Wow, the Santeria joint, crazy.
Yeah,
the Drake disc that gave us that amazing June. The Kanye verse that was probably his best verse in years. I was like, wow, this album's perfect. Yeah, it's a perfect hip hop album.
I think if Daytona was longer, I would have had it at number 1.
That's my only complaint. It's just too quick.
For me, with Black, he gave me 14 songs that I didn't ever want to skip, and to this day, I still don't want to skip. And it was just the whole like the way his thought process behind like the album, in the sense of like I can't connect with words emotionally, but through songs I can do it. Song after song after song, that was the same theme. That was perfect for me. That's why it's number 1.
I feel the same way with KOD. I feel like. Every song had meaning. Every song brought something new to the table. Every song had more content than that I can't ignore. Like I can ignore a little bit of Pusha T's. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I can think of the songs off the top. They're like fuck that shit was hard for Pusha T.
Yeah.
But what J. Cole's is like I can connect to it more. And it was 12 songs. Is one intro song, and I can't think one that's skippable or like one that's like oh he could have done better. You know what I'm saying? With Pusha T, he has 7, and it's like almost easier that route.
It's a very easy listen.
Yeah.
Because you're done in like 20 minutes and it's a wrap.
So next thing you know, you're playing it 3 more times. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of how it's been done for me.
I think if the Carter 5 was way shorter, it would have been way
take
better.
Out that
album.
middle section. That middle section was weak.
Yeah, and even towards like the end, it was like slowly like dying out. So.
Yeah.
I have a question about the Carter 5 though, because it was supposed to drop 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Do you think if it had dropped when it was supposed to drop, we consider it like an instant classic?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those songs aged well. Some aged poorly.
There's songs that aren't there. Like looking back, like there's songs. If you look at the initial track list, there's songs that are on the album now from that track list, and there's some that's missing. There's a 2 Chainz feature that's missing. I need that as soon as whoever wants to leak that, they can leak that.
Please.
And it was so much shorter. Like I just see it as if this is what Wayne brought for Carter 5, 4 years later, aged as hell too. Back then, I think it would have been very like classic worthy at least.
I think most definitely, especially how revealing he was when he spoke about like the being shot and that wasn't an accident. It was actually like a suicidal attempt. He said like he was ready to and being open to talk about that back then. But, you know, it came out now, so I feel like that wasn't as highlighted this year. But if it would have came out back then, that would have been, like, the story of the year. Like, wow, that shit, he tried to commit suicide? Like, that was, like, a groundbreaking, like, for a Wayne fan. Like, you would have been like, what the fuck? You would have been going crazy back then if that would have dropped at that time.
Especially because he doesn't talk ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Yeah. I know nothing about Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Exactly.
And he opened up more in this album, and I hear a lot of people, like, really, like, not even acknowledging that fact. Yeah. They really overlooked it, I feel like. How'd you guys feel about it?
I love Wayne. I didn't love the Carter 5, but a lot of it's because the music didn't age as well as it should have. Hence why I feel like if it dropped when it was supposed to, I'd like it more. But the tracks I like a lot. Yeah. And Wayne can still rap. Yeah. I just want to see Wayne with new producers. I want to see how he would sound on a Metro beat, on a Chase the Money beat, on like any of these new niggas. I feel like Wayne would really make good music with. So for waiting that long just to get an older album, I would have been okay if he just leaked it years ago and just gave us new music. But I liked it. It was cool. I don't think Wayne can miss. He can rap. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think if he leaked that, Birdman would have put him in a coffin.
Nigga didn't pay him for years. Same shit.
He would have put him in a coffin.
Close enough.
Close enough. All right, so everyone has different number ones. Let's go through our list. Who wants to go first?
Shit.
I'll go.
All right. We just go this way.
Boom, and then we'll go.
All right, cool. So first I got Saba.
Trash.
Boom.
I'll see you. Don't worry.
You see me right now.
Then I got Astro Road over Daytona. Then I got Redemption. I got Die Lit, number 5.
Wow. I don't see what people love about this album. Can you?
Die Lit? Oh my.
Die Lit is trash.
I wouldn't say it was trash.
No,
it's not trash.
It's
It
awful.
had really good reviews.
Yeah, it has really good
I
reviews.
think it's good. I think it's good.
Yeah, I seen it live too. So like, it just like the energy of the song just felt way different live than.
Didn't he have no voice?
He had no voice, but still,
he was in prov, right? This is that prov show. Okay.
The one he had like asthma or some shit, but still, I just like. I feel like it was way better than his first album.
The first album was better, in my opinion.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
I think only had 3 good songs.
It's way better than the first.
I think it's way better than the first one.
I shouldn't have brought you.
He said, "Go back in the car."
Yikes!
Right, you're good.
It's a good album. Everyone's like who? I was talking to someone. They were like, "It's my favorite album of the year." I'm like, "Damn,
It's
It's
probably
been a slow year for you.
I wouldn't. It's not favorite, but like it's up there for me.
I love Flatbed Freestyle off that one. That's
That's a
my
joint.
shit. I love that track.
RP Fredo, Nudie.
I love the Tiller
Nudie
joint.
feature was
Though.
crazy.
Yeah.
The Tiller joint.
That was crazy.
Tiller did what?
No,
He
the
did
Tiller
feature
like on the album.
You know, I think that nigga's awful.
Bro, you nah, that's crazy.
That nigga can't sing. I'm sick of these niggas that can't sing, man. Niggas can't sing.
He does have a bad voice, so
Yo,
he does have a really bad
the
voice
only
live.
thing he's required to do is sing "I."
Yeah.
He can't do that shit, and then he's.
But at the end of the day, whether he can't, there's like half of these acts out here can't sing. So it's
true.
like
A lot of
very
niggas is
true.
also rappers, though.
No, I mean a lot of these singers, like if you go see them live, they can't sing.
How's
So
Black Live?
He was
Black-
good. He was good. He was
He's
sick.
not.
Oh, you guys
he's
all
not-
went.
He
He's
can
not
sing,
a
right?
singer, but like for the voice that he has,
Yeah.
he's not, like it. He sounds good.
Yeah, I've
If
heard
that
some
makes
like
sense.
I've heard some like fresh like vocals. I'm like, oh, he can kind of sing.
Yeah,
he's
you know,
good.
like
He's
for the,
alright.
he's kind of like a Ty Dolla $ign. Like Ty has that raspy voice, but like for the voice that Ty has, it's like that's a good voice.
Heard
Yeah.
you.
Hell yeah. Ty Dolla $ign sings amazing.
Yes.
Wongo, top 5. Let's go.
All right, so
Kamikaze.
that's a
no.
outside the top 25.
That's so
Type.
funny. I just caught that.
All right, so number 1, East Atlanta Love Letter,
Boom.
Black. Number 2, Daytona, Pusha
Boom.
T. 3, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap.
Feel you.
4, J-Rock, Redemption, and then 5, Tiana Taylor. Keep the same energy.
It's a joint.
I'm very shocked.
It's a good top 5.
That's
That's
a good album.
Tiana teed with that album.
It's a good album. I think it wasn't received well because she wasn't confident about it or whatever.
She
but-
ruined it for
yeah,
herself. Like
but-
she should have I
Yeah.
felt like she was just as soon as it dropped, she was just like, I wanted it this way. It should have been that way, and ignored everyone's perception about it. Because if she just would have took everyone's perception and was like, oh, they love it. Like let me just roll with it.
Yeah.
Like she could be mad at Kanye for only making it 7 songs, but it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
Supposedly Kanye kind of affected her rollout and like the promotion after. Too.
He did.
Like,
Yeah, for
100%.
everyone. No one had a
100%.
rollout.
Yeah.
Like for all the albums that dropped during the good I guess Good Fridays you can call it. Like
Yeah.
this edition of Good Fridays, like
Yeah.
You're right.
there's been 2 music videos. Like
Yeah.
I don't even. Her tour was trash because of Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah fucked that all
yeah,
up.
She
like-
kicked him off his tour.
over his tour.
I don't know what's good with him.
Like
He's
point
fucking up
blank,
every
Jeremiah
tour.
is terrible to tour with because he had the same problem with P&D like
Yeah.
2
What's
years
going
ago.
on?
Yeah, and we
So-
saw them together. And
Yeah.
it was,
Did P&D take over the tour too?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He kept the rest of the dates.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah.
like a reoccurring
But it was
thing.
his tour.
Yeah.
It was his tour, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
P&D.
yeah. It was Jeremiah. It was like
It
the
was-
later nights.
Yeah, it was his tour.
Yeah.
But like to be fair
I
though,
like
like
that
he's,
late nights album too.
it was a great
That wasn't fire.
He's a great artist.
That's fine.
man.
Horrible tour.
We could talk about Jeremiah because all these niggas. This is why the reason I don't like Bryson Tiller and a lot of these new singer niggas is because they sound like whack versions of Jeremiah.
But that's kind of where we're at right now
I
in the
agree.
music thing.
So-
where it's like
But that's
you
funny
just
too, because Jeremiah's a rapper. He started off at least.
Yeah, he just started off
But he can
rapping.
sing.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
that's yeah.
I just
He
feel
has
like
that rapper lifestyle.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
he bodied that Womp Womp record. He's
Yeah.
very underrated. Anyway, so that's your top 5.
Speaking of Womp Womp, I hate Valet now, but that's another thing.
We gonna
Like,
talk about that.
I can't.
Why?
stand
Top 5. Let go.
Oh, jeez. KOD number 1, Daytona number 2, Scorpion number 3, Astroworld 4, Invasion of Privacy 5.
That's
I'm
That's
surprised-
interesting.
I'm surprised
That's
you didn't put
in-
Astroworld.
Cardi.
I wasn't on the Astroworld train.
Okay.
Like for mine,
I don't think it's a train, but
I feel
okay.
nah. It was. I'm more.
Spaceship, Wongo.
It's a
Spaceship.
It's
It's a roller
cruise.
coaster. It's a roller coaster.
Cruise.
It's a roller coaster.
It's the biggest.
It's a roller
biggest form of movement that there is. But nah, like
But
for
don't
me,
you think that plays a part in being a great album? That it drew in like a community and it drew a movement in. And I think
I
like
guess.
one
I'm not-
factor for us was impact, and he has social impact.
but I feel that's the same thing with every Drake album though.
Yikes.
That's called being a great artist, though.
Yeah, but Scorpion is nowhere like Scorpion is. People
You
think I'm
think-
crazy, but Scorpion's not even like top 25 for me.
Nah,
you
you're
think-
bugging.
I'm so
Top
serious.
25?
It's not. It's
you
not.
I can't even name 25
You
good
put-
albums that came out last
Yeah, bro, I can name you 25 good albums.
But you put J-Rock Redemption number 3.
Yes, that is
You
a
think that
better
can beat
album.
out Scorpion? Like
Yes.
honestly, like if you look at it, if
Yes.
you look at the discography and you look at the track list,
Yes,
Why? I need you to remember Wongo likes Eminem.
bro. It doesn't.
It's a very important thing.
It doesn't. Yo,
I love
very
Eminem,
important.
Eminem is you gonna drag Eminem as hard as you
No,
can.
I
No,
love-
matter
We gonna
what.
do this.
Let's make
Yo,
that the last time.
I-
All right, fine, fine.
Eminem,
I'm done
Eminem is
with
up there.
Let's see
You
about
still got your Coogi out here.
Listen,
Let's leave Kanye out of this. Let's leave Eminem out of this.
If M stays out, Kanye stays out.
All right, we'll get there.
Bet.
I want to finish with you.
Why I got time?
You're not done.
There's nonstop. There's Emotionless. There's
True.
God's Plans. There's 8 out of 10. There's Mob Ties. There's Sandra's Rose. There's
March 14th.
There's Nice for What. March 14th.
And-
There's In My Feelings.
True.
There's
I'll let you
Matter
finish.
to Me.
A lot of hits.
All right.
And that can't beat out Redemption.
But see, as many songs as you named, there's also a whole bunch of songs that you didn't name. The problem with Drake. No, wait.
Those are just hits.
No.
Those are like bona fide hits.
The problem with Drake is since nothing was the same, that man has figured out, and it's our fault too. That man has figured out that he does not have to make cohesive albums anymore. He just needs to make albums
To sprinkle
with
shit on?
albums that with just good songs that have nothing to do with each other. And then put them out, and we're gonna eat that, and we're gonna enjoy them. You know, we're gonna enjoy this song for 3 months. We're gonna enjoy this song for 3 months. The cover with Scorpion is the whole like, oh, like I'm mature now, I have a kid now, but that isn't the main topic throughout all these songs.
Yeah, I think it's because
No.
Pusha fucked it all up.
Yeah, that
If we
was
wouldn't have
wasn't
that,
the goal.
like
But
we were paying
if-
attention to like that
but
last song
if-
on the album. Oh my god, when he
if-
spoke about the child.
Yeah,
and
it's a
everything.
joint.
Yeah, but if Pusha really messed it up, he could have he should have just waited and not put this out. This is one of his most like uncohesive albums ever, and I can't stand when like I'm listening to 25. You're gonna make me listen to 25 songs and they have nothing to do with each other. What am I listening to? What's the main point? What's the
But
theme?
is that really what you're?
That's
what
how
you
I rank
want
my
from
albums.
an album.
Yes, that is 100% what I
have
have.
from an album. I love
That is
I love-
100% what I
I
want.
love all Kendrick stuff because Kendrick does that.
Yeah.
But to say that this album is not better than Redemption off the fact that it's not cohesive is not fair because he has at least 10 solid hits. Out
But
of how many
to
songs
me,
did
hits
J-Rock
don't
drop?
matter.
Oh.
To me, hits don't matter because like half these albums ain't charting.
Fair.
To me, that
Fair.
they don't matter. Like if my top 5, to me, every single one of them is extremely cohesive, and that's something that I really like.
Same. Yeah.
Wait, question about the Tiana placement. Do you count Work This Pussy on this album?
Never do.
All right, cool. Because I'm just
Nah,
like, when
nah.
we talking cohesive, and I'm just.
I meant to delete it like myself,
bet.
and I still
Okay.
haven't. But
Alright.
anytime it comes, just skip.
I just want. I
Back
need
to
to
no
know.
manners.
I need to know.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. Very good question.
No, right? Because you know it's 7 tracks, so technically Work This Pussy to me doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
Doesn't, yeah.
It was meant to be 7 tracks. Everybody was supposed to have 7 tracks. That 8th track there doesn't count.
All right,
it was
cool.
it was a mistake that they haven't fixed yet.
That one ruined it. That one ruined it. For
And
me,
when
too.
we say I want to clarify.
Why I got time today?
No, it's cool.
No.
It's
I want to
cool.
clarify because I just want to clarify because you
Claro.
said some important shit that I want to clarify. I'm mentioning my favorite albums of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a mistake we're having. I'm mentioning the best albums of the year, and there's a difference there. One is more subjective. One is more
Nah,
objective.
I want people to tell us like their best albums.
Yeah,
Like,
these are my best.
Sure.
because if we were gonna do top albums of the year, it's gonna be Scorpion,
That's
it's
a-
gonna be
yeah, it's a
Astro
different
World, it's gonna
Oh,
be.
you wanted like best selling?
No,
I just
yeah.
looked
No,
up
not best
Billboard.
selling. Best because best can be objective.
Most
and
most
Yeah.
impactful.
several different reasons.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
most
That's right.
impactful,
Yeah,
most
yeah,
like
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I'm mentioning my favorite album of the
Yeah,
year,
please do,
it would have to be what Life's a Trip by Trippie Redd.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a joint.
Okay.
That's I find
I
that
like Trippie.
flawless.
I have beef with
Amazing. He's
Trippie.
amazing.
What happened?
I have beef with Trippie.
What's your beef?
I can never pull out more than 2 enjoyable songs. from
Say that
his
one more time?
projects. I can never pull out more than 2 enjoyable songs from his. Like I just feel like there's just like a couple, and you just I don't know.
I understand.
Wow.
I understand. I get
That's
it.
just
Wongo.
me. No one's gonna like me after this episode.
Man, people be like, I can't believe I follow this nigga. Sound.
Let that nigga walk.
What's your top 5, brother?
Let me
Top
just stop
5
talking.
from the most impactful. My favorites would be my favorite of the year, regardless of anything, is Daytona by far. I
Boom.
would keep Daytona in there. I'll keep KOD in there. I'll keep Scorpion in there because that's probably the one I repeated the most the whole year. Like I went back to and listened
Damn,
to
you
the
had
most
mad
tracks.
time on your hands, my guy.
Yeah.
It's 25 tracks.
Yeah. I mean, the whole year.
Wait,
got
you
the whole
repeated
year.
it like all 25 of them?
No. Like the
Oh.
most out of any album the entire year. Put words in my mouth. But like the most, like I would go back to like Can't Take a Joke. I'll go back to Mob Ties. I'll go back to
Alright.
Emotionless. I'll be like, damn, this shit hit different now. This a couple months later, it's hitting different, you know. And I will go back to these tracks more than any album this year. So that would be the top 3. I'll keep Astro World in there. because I do love Travis Scott. I've always been a Travis Scott fan.
He's great.
I had, when it comes to like objectively, I had Cardi B due to the fact like every song was a hit, every song was platinum,
10 out of 13.
and every girl was playing it, and you would hear it everywhere. But if it came down to personals, I would probably swap that out and then put Wayne in there because I'm such a Wayne fan.
As you have your Carter 3 shirt on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Heard you.
On brand with that, you know. So yeah, Carter 5 would be up in there with me with my top 5 right there.
Louie.
It's me. So my favorite album was Saba Care for me, as I mentioned.
I gotta check this shit out. What's
Right
going on?
behind it, we got Pusha T Daytona,
Y'all ain't heard
Sylvan
that?
LaCue, Apologies in Advance, Mac Miller Swimming, and Slim Jimmy Jimtro. Not all of Ray Shremmer's joint. Like I enjoyed Ray Shremmer's like album, but my favorite part of it was that Jimtro.
I think that's.
Because he just gave
Wow.
Slim Jimmy,
Right?
When he dropped Brinkstruck, I was
Nigga!
like, hold
Dog, and that's
up.
the first
I
song
said,
on the
wait.
project.
I said, Jimmy's coming.
That's
coming
his intro
different.
to his project.
That's
I
the
said, he's
first
coming
Brinkstruck.
different.
Yeah.
It's a $100 lineup.
Yeah.
He has,
It's a
he has a few
$100
hits. He has.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I can't.
Swaycation though is amazing.
Swaycation is great.
Swaycation Schmacks, but like all three, I'll pick that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chanel changed up.
That's
Like,
why I brought.
that section-
That's why I brought
section-
Louis
left
because
field.
Louis has a very different top 5 than all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
So my top 5. Number
What's up,
1's Daytona. Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
Astro World's number 2. And here's why, because you're looking at me crazy. The hype that came with this.
Shit, you better have kept that same energy in person.
The hype that came with this album, I did not think that he could deliver. Because
Yeah.
niggas was waiting for this
Yeah.
album like it
You
was
right.
fucking Jesus
Yes.
Christ coming back.
Yeah.
You right.
So I'm like, there's no way that Travis Scott, who was never giving us a flawless project,
Yeah.
album rather, could do it. And I think besides 2 records, Astro World's album, he hasn't given us a flawless album yet. Days Before It was a mixtape.
I have no problems with Birds.
Birds is cool, but there's a lot of
add
songs
on
I'm
to
like,
that.
eh.
I'm gonna add on to that. I agree with you because like I read an article. He put pressure on himself too. He said Birds deserve a Grammy. He said he's gonna come and deliver. I think that's exactly what he did with Astro World. Like he put some pressure on himself, and I like that as an artist because like
Yeah.
that elevates your game.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would have had a lot of those tracks without that pressure he put on himself.
That's fair.
Like the way that album, like that was the first time in a long time on the internet that we all listened to this album at the same time. There's no track list, and we're just like, "Is this Drake? Holy shit! Is this Frank? Holy shit!" Like it was this very, it was this very epic moment, and it was just like I've gone back to that album so many times.
Shit was different.
And there's like, besides like 2 or 3 records I could live without that are still good records. To me, that's his best project. To me, that's his graduation. It's his coming of age. Like this
Yes.
nigga's a megastar now.
Yes.
Like
And I think that's why we overlook it.
because we
I think
expect
it's so big
we
now.
expect him to drop good albums,
that's
but it's
valid.
like to me, this is like, damn, this nigga's really like
Yeah.
people aren't tripping. Like he's
Yeah.
really fucking great.
Yeah.
And he brought the best out of everyone that was on that album.
And
Like,
that's my thing with
Like
Travis.
the
Like
Drake shit?
Even that
Like,
was
damn.
alright.
yeah,
Gunna
'cause
I don't know why. Why Wongo's talking over here?
you get what I'm saying though. It's like, damn, like yo,
Like
how you?
it's to the point where I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a fan of Travis, but like I can listen to this album and objectively be like, wow, this is a good album.
Yeah.
And he
Yes.
showed a lot of different sounds. Like Coffee Bean's one of my favorite Travis Scott records ever because
That was so different.
You know what I mean?
It
We
made me
get
think of 90210.
You get what I'm saying? Then we get Sickle Mode, which is arguably the best song of last year, which is
Yeah.
3 fucking songs in one. We get the Frank
Yeah.
Ocean verse. We get
Frank
Sway
Ocean.
Lee all over it. Just like
Even Wake Up. Wake Up's pretty
Wake
good.
Up's a
Yeah.
great
Wake Up.
record.
even
The
his
weekend,
Juice
the weekend
WRLD
just be
song
cooking
is
with.
really
The
good.
weekend be
I forgot
be
Juice WRLD's on the
cooking with
album.
it.
And then this nigga had Tame Impala on the album. Like he was flexing. Like
Yeah.
he's in a very different
Gunna's
bag.
song.
And for someone who had so much, he had the most pressure of all 2018 besides Drake. And Drake's pressure was because of the Pusha shit.
Yeah.
Travis's like thing was like, nah, I'm dropping Astro. You guys have been waiting forever. It's
Yes.
finally gonna drop. And then we didn't know if it was gonna
He
drop.
kind of put some of that on himself though.
Yeah.
Because like when Birds was dropping, he was already talking about Astro World. So
Exactly. And like that's
and I don't know why I hate when artists do that.
and that's
Like,
why I
stop
didn't enjoy
doing
Birds
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, well, you just dropped this album. That's pretty cool. Astro
Yeah,
joints.
because to
But
me it's like if you already talking about your next project,
You
it's
don't like this
don't
shit.
even worry about this
Yeah.
one. We coming for this one.
Yeah.
And you know
And
what?
that-
You know
but-
what it is? It's
yeah.
because the artists, like, they've probably been working on it for so long. They're tired of it. They want to move on to the next, but they forget that the fans, this is their first time hearing it, and they want to get rid of it. But like, no, the fans, like, this is their first 6 months. You know,
Yeah.
you already had your 6 months with it, but then they forget that. You know,
But he explained why, and it kind of made sense because he said he was going through some shit like during Birds, and he just had to make that so that it wouldn't affect his future work. So I get it, but like I don't know.
Birds was good. Like, he has no whack projects.
Yeah.
But it just, like, to me, this is the most cohesive. This is, like, he's rapping his best, although he's not really a good rapper.
Yeah.
His production's amazing. And he tapped into very interesting people. Again,
I think best tour of the year, too.
For me,
you know what I mean?
Sure. For me, it's just a personal thing. I just like Birds more, so when I heard Astro and I was like, I don't like this more than Birds, that's just me. I'm not saying it's trash or anything.
No, it's a great album.
I think Bird set him up well.
It was a perfect alley-oop.
Yeah, exactly.
I look at Birds like there's another artist that gave us his album prior. I look at Birds like, so when Mac Miller dropped Macadelic, then dropped Watching Movies, I didn't like Macadelic as much until I went back and was like, oh, this nigga was in his bag.
It's reverse for me.
It grew, but like it had to grow on me.
Yeah.
But I also listened to Watching Movies. Bronson's are watching movies, so like I was biased. There. Anyways,
you and Bronson.
Number 3, Kids See Ghost. I didn't expect Kid Cudi to come that hard.
Wow. Flop. I'll put that in there as
it's
well.
It's a flop. As far as numbers go, it's a flop. But to me, like
no, not flop with numbers. I think it's so like a $250,000 the first week.
Because of merch and shit.
I think it's a flop for
overall
quality.
Nah, man, that shit's
why do you think it's a flop?
It was just.
What do you expect from it? What do you want from that one?
I expected good records. That's it. Like I expected good songs because I know Cudi and Ye have worked, time and time again throughout their career, whether it's like outright features or more behind the scenes stuff. I know they've worked throughout like for years now. So I just expected records when I heard them that I would enjoy them and like, oh, these are good songs, and I didn't like straight off. I didn't. I gave it a second. Like, it wasn't
even the first song.
What's the first? See what happened?
That shit was hard.
No.
That was hard.
No.
You got Pusha T come out of nowhere.
Facts.
That shit was incredible.
Yeah. I'm like, is it Daytona Part 2?
Plus the way they dropped it was stupid.
The rollout was awful.
Daytona? Was it after Daytona?
It went.
No, it was after Ye.
It went Daytona, Ye, Kids See Ghost, Nazir. Keep the same energy.
And it was a great. Ye was a great alley-oop for that because of Reborn. Reborn, like with Kanye. Oh my god.
Reborn should have been on Kids See Ghost though. I think because there's no
it is.
No, what's the joint that there's a part 2
Ghost
to?
Town or something.
Ghost Town 1 and 2 should have been on Kids See Ghost.
But Ghost Town 1 was Ghost Town 2 was so bad. Like
compared
it
to
was
1.
terrible. It was
Compared to
terrible.
1.
I fucking love that record.
Yeah.
But again, I really like Cudi.
Yeah.
So it's like to me, it's hard for unless he's on some super rock shit. It's hard for me to dislike that.
In the background.
Nah.
What else is on
I
this
respect
list?
Number 4 is Shrem.
Yeah.
Just because I love a lot of songs off those joints, and since it's a triple disc, like to me, there's only like 2 or 3 songs I could live without.
Yeah.
But like Jim Tro's amazing. Jim Tro could have been by itself in my top 5.
Yeah.
Vacation's dope, but them together, like.
Dog.
What happened?
We're gonna have to listen to that one again.
We love Shrem 3, but Jim Tro, I gotta check that shit out.
Nigga,
you do.
Jim Tro's
Truck
amazing.
is the intro.
Yeah.
He has one song on there that's good though. Also.
Changed Up or Chanel?
I got him changed up.
That's a joint.
Changed Up. But the thing with that album is it took me so long to get through it from like start to finish. Like I would get I didn't like how it was like I was mad turned with like the Ray Shremmer side.
Yeah.
And then I was just supposed to be like mad, like just relax.
So I
just,
listened
like,
to the album differently.
I started with Jim Tro.
I started with Jim Tro, then I did Sway, then I did them together because I was like, I want to see what their solo shit's like, and then I'll see them how they come together. And it's like,
I just always listen how it's presented.
Nah, it was weird for me to do that just because the way it dropped. I don't do like as you know, me and you download shit, so it's like the way I downloaded the albums, they were like separate.
Oh, okay.
So I've never listened to it in iTunes.
Oh, all right, that's why. When I had it, they were all together.
Yeah, and I couldn't do that. In that way, it's weird. I definitely wish they dropped. Kind of like I wish they took the Migos approach where they dropped one week,
one a
this
month.
week. Yeah,
like 1 a month. Yeah, that would have been way better.
Because a lot of those joints are fucking amazing. Like the Ray Sherman album is damn near perfect.
If they were separate, it would have hit so different.
It was so overwhelming.
So different.
It was so overwhelming that's what that triple disc. That's too overwhelming.
It was a great idea though, especially like
it was a streaming hack.
It was because
they got for each track they individually got money, and then as a group they got as a duo they got money. So they finessed it.
To me, Shrem was one of the better albums. I think Ray Sherman's like from. I remember when they first came out with the No Flex Zone, I was like, get this shit the fuck out of here. Yeah. Then I didn't like it at the time. Then they dropped No Type. I'm like, okay. Then we get the record with Nicki and Young Thug. I'm like, these niggas is different.
Yeah.
These niggas is kind of good.
12. I thought they were
I will never forget that Young Thug verse.
You get up, so like their progression and their growth, like as far as like artists have gone, is incredible. Sway Lee is one of the, to me, Sway Lee, just like Ty Dolla $ign, is one of the. He's a cheat code. You put Sway Lee on a record, it's
the best melody motherfucker in the game.
Yeah.
Him and Ty Dolla $ign for sure.
Dolla $ign.
Slim Jimmy can rap his ass off, which is mad strange because I did not expect that.
Yeah.
And Mike Will made it understands how to produce for these niggas.
Slim Jimmy said, these niggas need to wake up.
Mike Will made it like
that.
raise his motherfuckers.
Oh, and number 5, no one's mentioned this album. It's like a personal Maxo Cream's Punkin'.
I had a feeling you.
Yeah,
Put that
it dropped at the top of 2018.
January?
It dropped January
Early.
14th.
Yeah.
But like to me, I kept going back to that album. I think Maxo's one of the better rappers. I don't know why he hasn't been a double XL freshman. Has good features. Trippie Redd's on there. I think Cardi's on there as well. To me, it's a perfect album. As for Maxo, like I compare artists like to what they're capable of, and he dropped a solid, cohesive album, and I kept going back, and that's kind of how I rated my albums. Like the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
Let's do honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Let's do our favorite honorable mention, because if we all do mad honorable, everyone do two honorable mentions.
Two word? I bet.
I got mine.
Go first.
Shit.
Alright, so I got Key and Kenny Beats 777
I'm fucking amazing.
all through, no skips.
Kenny,
And then I got Everything Is Love by the Carters.
really?
Yes.
Thought that was awful.
That was awful.
Yeah.
Awful, I think what sat with me.
Yeah, I was not big on that at all.
I think what sat with me was Boss and Friends. Like I can relate to those songs so much. Jay-Z said in Boss,
So
something
2
about,
out of 9.
now something about like you're not a boss, so your boys aren't eating too. So I was just like,
Man,
that hits.
he's a billionaire. I can't relate to that nigga. Nah, you know what my problem is with that album though, and I've been saying this since the dawn of time. I love Jay. I love Beyonce. When them niggas collab though,
You don't like it?
no.
I can agree with that.
Yo, like Drunken Love is one of the illest Beyonce songs ever, and then this thing happens where Jay-Z starts rapping, and I'm just like, yo, why?
Can we talk about Liftoff?
Yo, Lift Off is an amazing Beyonce record.
Amazing.
And then Jay-Z does this thing where he tries rapping. And it's like, yo, if you pay attention to Beyonce Twitter,
I was bugging.
if you pay attention,
Jay-Z tries
no, my nigga, because they don't make good music together.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
together.
work.
It just doesn't. They sound out of elements in both. Of
I
each
really
other's
feel like they be in the
realms,
crib
you know?
and he'd be like, yo, you know, it'd be crazy if we just put B on this real quick. Like, we never need it. And it's like, to me, like, I don't like when couples collab, though. Like, besides 2088, when couples collab, it always feels forced to me. But, like, I feel like they're forcing, hey, we're married and we're going on tour. Take this album. We didn't need that shit. But, you know, I respect your opinion, Corvah. I just don't like
I think it was a long time coming. Like two legends.
Yeah,
They
it
dropped
makes
like
sense.
probably 3-4 years earlier. Well, got better reception, but I think it was just too late to drop it.
that. And it's just like, yo, like, I just...
And what else dropped that day? It was something else that dropped. Was it Nas?
It was the day after Nas dropped.
day after Nas?
Yeah, Mad,
Everyone thought it was
Mad
the
Petty.
whole like Jay-Z, like yeah.
Nah, that shit was mad petty.
Nah, it wasn't.
What about you, Wongo?
All right, who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna name 2 that no one's named yet. So I'm gonna do JID with DiCaprio 2.
Damn, that's
I
mine.
understand.
That
feel
is
you.
that.
That's mine.
That was someone when it's funny how I found him out through Black because when he dropped the album he had the Black feature.
Yeah.
And then I went through and I was like, this nigga he's too nice.
Yeah.
So like through the rest of the year and this year, like I was really waiting and anticipating, and I feel like he's another one that had pressure on him, but it wasn't wasn't on a mainstream type of level.
Yeah.
It was more of the
Proving yourself.
proving that you're worthy of being like kind of up there with the lyricists, because people had him up there because he was showing out time, like double XL freestyle, like time and time and again. So when he dropped this, it wasn't only like exceptionally like he was in his rap bag, but like as an artist, which is like being like a rapper and an artist, like I separate those two. Like he had songs like Working Out, like Tired. There's other joints there where he's just really in his bag. And there was, I think it's from Off These with J. Cole all the way down to Hotbox with Joey Badass and Method Man. That 4 to 10, those 6 to 7 tracks there, like he was spazzing out, and that I really loved that album. That was one of my favorite albums, personal favorites of the year.
Well said.
And then my second one, Smino with Noir. I don't even know how to say it.
That
but
joint was crazy too.
Noir, I guess.
Noir, I think.
Noir.
Yeah, I
don't
think
even
it's
know how to
Noir.
say it.
Yeah.
All right. But that's
That was a good one, too.
that's someone that I feel like is extremely slept on, and he's probably one of the most I have to think on it, but just saying it without thinking it right now, I'll say he's my second most versatile artist behind Masego.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Is Smino from Chicago?
Nah, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I fuck with Smino. He's dope.
Yeah, so like he was like he can rap his ass off. He can like he's singing like he's doing he's experimenting, but it sounds like he perfected it already.
Yeah,
kind of thing. So that was another thing. And then Fenty Sex is the most conceptually like just that shit like it was just like it's just makeup sex, and I was just like, oh.
You tweeted that. I was like, oh.
I was like, bro,
what?
I said, oh nah, this is. I said that's it. All right, say no more.
Bomb.
Why? Where we at?
Oh, I would say Trippie Redd's Life's a Trip. I think Trippie Redd's a fantastic artist.
He's dope.
He displayed his versatility in this album with songs like Gourd, Underwater, Fly Zone. I think he's extremely slept on. I don't know what it is. I think one day he will have his rise, but I think he's fantastic. Next album I would say is the Black Panther album, because since it was a score, it's kind of tough to put that as top albums.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's absolutely fantastic, and what Kendrick Lamar did was very beautiful, and that started a culture, a movement within the culture.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
I think it's just dope being
TD's out here,
in like I watched Black Panther day one, and I'm just like, damn, this is fucking crazy. And that Kendrick song's in the background. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Especially
we
when
out here.
The credits rolled up too. It was like
TD and like the biggest letters possible. So I thought
So
that was
like
dope.
whoever it was witnessing the rise of Kendrick Lamar, TD as a whole can really appreciate that and see that's a huge moment.
Incredible.
You know what I'm saying? Like our artists, like even Ab Soul, like him being
Yeah.
a part of that, it like warms my heart because I love these guys and I saw them like when they were like super young. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a really good mention, honestly.
It is. It is.
Sound.
My two honorable mentions would probably be Kodak Black, Dying to Live,
Very good album.
and along with Swiss Beats' Echo. What was it? Poison.
Poison.
Echo. Off of that though is the one I keep on my mind a lot. That Nas record.
I like the
was
2
different.
Chainz one too.
Yeah,
That
that 2
2
Chainz
Chainz
shit was different.
Montana,
The Swiss Montana shit's record.
The Swiss
too.
Montana record's fucking
Pusha
dogs.
T one, the
Yeah,
Pusha
the
T.
Pusha Cold Blooded.
That was another
Yeah.
one.
Very slept on album.
Very
Yeah.
slept on. And it's kind of like, I guess you kind of expect it because, like, Swiss is not the
He didn't
mainstream artist he
push it
was.
that
Like,
much either.
it's not Rough Riders era. But, at the end of the day, when it comes to production, like, that shit was phenomenal. Like, it was flawless production. Even the Jim Jones record, like, you haven't heard Jim Jones like that. Like what the fuck, Jim Jones?
He's like a
record?
guilty pleasure of mine musically.
Yeah.
I fucking love Jim
Yeah.
Jones.
He had a
Every time he
decent-
comes to a record, I'm like, yes.
He had a
Here we go, Dipset.
He had a decent album this year as well. Wasted Talent, Jim Jones.
Facts.
Yeah.
I just don't like the fact that they put Kendrick on that.
On
I
what
don't- The Jim Jones one.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't what it
no, was
should
on
have
Jim
been.
Jones? No, it wasn't.
Was it
something
Jim
else.
Jones?
It was
It was
Jada.
Jada. Yeah,
Jada. It was
I
like,
don't like that.
the
That was
features
my
said it
favorite
was
ones.
gonna be like 3. Like when I looked at it, it was supposed to be like 3 back to back, just
Yeah.
like knockout verses. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
They did that American Dream shit with Jeezy and J Cole and just threw
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Huge big
Kendrick
letdown.
got-
That shit was
Yeah.
awful.
I was like,
that shit let
alright.
me down.
Yeah.
I feel
Niggas,
like
they
shouldn't
didn't
do
let
shit
me
like
live
Don't
after
do
that.
shit like that.
Stop lying to me. Just give me no credits at this
I don't
point.
like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
don't like when
They
do that
always
shit.
do it with Kendrick because J. Cole did it on Forbidden Fruit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Kendrick on the hook. We gonna get a crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
it's
one
over.
else. No one
Because
else.
Kendrick,
It's almost as if they fear him. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
'cause
saying?
he'll
They don't
put
want
everybody
him
in
to
a
let
body
a verse
bag.
in.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Kendrick be like, nah, I'll give you a hook, but this is trash. I'm body you. I really feel like Kendrick be like, I'm cool.
No.
I don't know why you say
That's-
no. That's the truth.
Nah,
You don't think so?
Nah,
I feel like Kendrick be saying no to these features. I'll give you a hook though.
Nah, because if we're gonna say that, I know for a fact with American Dream because Jeezy said it. They all said it that he had Cole come in, and Kendrick wanted to do a verse. Jeezy was like, nah, just do this outro for whatever reason. For whatever reason, just said nah, just do this
Yeah, man,
outro.
And Swiss said
sometimes
that
you gotta
too.
make the song. If you gotta be on the outro, you gotta be on the outro.
I don't want Kendrick on a song unless he's rapping.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, man.
That's fact.
It's a waste of a fucking feature.
Yeah, that's my.
Because I feel like on Forbidden Fruit, the Swiss joint, American Dream, like he's spazzing on the verse, and I want that so bad. And it's just
Look
like,
at Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was phenomenal.
yo, like come
That's
on,
like 4 years old. So if
come
that had dropped 4 years ago, that whole
Yeah.
Kendrick is like at the time niggas was like, this is the second coming to Jesus. It would have added to that
Yeah.
That shit
conversation.
would
Wow.
crazy back then.
Because you
people
could
would have lost it. I
yeah,
would.
we would have lost it. Because
You
that's
would
what
not-
4 years
you
ago was
would not
Control
heard me
too,
be
right?
quiet.
Oh man, that probably was
Yeah,
around
it
Control
was around
time.
that time, right?
4 years ago is a year after Control. right? Because Control 2012,
Yeah.
Carter 5 was supposed to come.
Is
Yeah,
that old? Wow.
No,
Yeah.
Control's 13.
20, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have been
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
it's
It would have been the same
13.
time frame.
Wow,
Yeah.
those two verses in 1 year.
Yeah, we would have been like, oh, this nigga might be the best.
I want you to tell me.
Yo,
might
all
be.
time.
It would definitely.
Louis,
be
who's
the
your
best.
honorable mentions?
All right, so we got that Currency and Freddie Gibbs album, Fetty.
Fetty.
No, Fetty, I heard
Yo.
good things about it.
I've heard
Both
nothing about
of them, like Currency himself, he can fucking rap.
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs himself, he can fucking rap.
Yeah.
Alchemist is a crazy producer. So the fact that they all got together and made this quick little EP, just
In
a
like 2
one-off,
days.
like boom, just here you go.
it. Yeah.
Dog, that shit was like flawless, dog.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll go for that Damo Genesis joint
Very good
for
project.
Sorry Records. Yo, again, as mentioned with the Currency and Freddie Gibbs, Damo Genesis can fucking rap. And like out of our future, he's like someone I always looked at that was like, why isn't he getting all this shine? What's going on here? He can kind of really like he's really
He wasn't
talented.
weird enough.
He wasn't. He was
Yeah.
just kind of there, like, I'm just the jiggy dude in the in the
Facts.
corner. I'm gonna just do my thing.
How'd you feel about Earl Sweatshirt album?
Damn, he laughed. Jesus Christ.
Nigga, someone on Twitter said no one wants
That's
to
one of
hear
my flops.
MF Doom karaoke, and I haven't looked at that nigga
Oh
the
my
same
God.
since.
That's one of my flops.
Yeah.
I've been trying my best to like it because so many like hip hop
doesn't
heads
make
love it.
sense
I
to
don't
me.
know
Why is it a flop? It's Earl Sweatshirt.
Dog,
He's
It's
that- he's
15
that
songs
crazy. He's that
and
different.
25
Like,
minutes. It doesn't make
Yeah.
that doesn't even mean that doesn't even sound like you finished it. Like,
I appreciate.
It sounds unfinished.
I appreciate that he's happy and content with the music that he's making, and like he's getting himself mentally together, and that he's feeling okay now. But I don't need.
Yo,
this
keep
from
that
Earl.
trash to yourself.
I
Then,
don't
if that's
need this,
making you
Earl.
feel better, my guy.
Jesus Christ.
honestly though,
But you think he
They
cares?
sound like poorly mixed. They sound like they're unfinished. They just sound like
I'm
Just
not
like,
even
here
gonna
you
hold
go.
you. I didn't even listen, so I can't even speak on the
My
content.
nigga, did you listen to the singles?
No.
Yo, it's awful.
they sound offbeat.
I
me,
love Earl.
When I
can't-
seen the
I
singles,
love
I said
Earl.
I'll wait for the full album because there's some artists where it's just like I'm iffy, so I'll just wait till the entire project and just listen to everything so it's new and
Yeah.
fresh to me. But I seen 15 songs, 25 minutes.
Dog, they sound like a bunch of journal entries.
Like that's not even 2 minutes. That's not even 2 minutes a song. Like what?
They do sound like journal entries, and I think he was approaching it very differently though. I don't think he
Yeah.
ever wanted top 5. I don't think he cares about your opinion really.
No, he
you know
doesn't.
what I'm saying? And that's why I really appreciate about him and his work.
I hope he doesn't care about where's Wongo's opinion in Providence, Rhode Island.
I don't know. I thought it was very. I thought it was very artistic, and that's what I expected
Yeah.
out of him. I think he can rap his ass off, but I don't think he cares.
I hold Earl to a very high standard
Same.
because I know he's capable of.
Yeah.
Like Doris is amazing. The
Yeah.
Earl self-titled album is
Yeah.
amazing. He can
Yeah.
fucking rap his ass
Yes.
off. So whatever he's doing now, if that's making him feel better, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need him to get mentally good because if this is what you're gonna get when he's depressed, just keep it for yourself. You feel me, my nigga?
Like even if it went more towards the I hate shit, I'm not going outside or whatever that
I didn't
was.
like that part.
Like
You don't
I
like
kind of
that?
I
It was
kind of
cool.
enjoyed that
It was
one. I
cool.
was like, "All right, we here." If it was like more towards that level, because I feel like this new one was an unpolished version of that one.
Facts.
I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel you. And
Yeah.
I guess the other one was so good. It had songs Grief and Mantra were phenomenal. Kendrick really
grief.
loved that. I've been reaping what I sow. Nigga, I ain't been outside in a minute. I've been living what I wrote. That's
Dog,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Like,
So-
it's fantastic.
My thing where Earl and Vince comes into this thing too,
Yeah.
they're
Yes.
phenomenal rappers,
Yes.
and they try to do everything but rap. My
Yes.
nigga, rap. That's it. I don't want you to get features. I don't want to hear. I just want
Yeah.
let's get
And when
seven.
when
Vince-
the album's
Vince
called some
Staples?
rap songs too.
No, Vince Staples makes good music, but like he doesn't rap enough. And to me, Vince Staples is one of the
'Cause he
better
can
rappers.
really
Like he
rap.
can
Yes.
really fucking spit.
I agree.
Okay.
With you.
It's like he
I
tries to
can
get
live with that.
experimental, and I get it because he
I
always
was
try to
about
get
to
that bread.
argue, but-
No, I like his
He's
last
getting the
album.
movie placements and it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
No,
great to see.
no. You're right.
But it's like, yo, maybe I don't want to see my niggas grow. Maybe I want to hear 7 versions of Hive, whatever. But I just want to hear my niggas rap. Like I don't ask for much. There's not too many niggas that can rap well right now.
I think that's what a lot of people ask of
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Like
we gonna have to talk about
Yo.
J. Cole.
we gonna talk Cole.
J.
We gotta talk
I
Cole.
was spitting a
Cole.
bunch of J. Cole earlier, and dog, I'm just like, yo, J. Cole can
We-
really
we
rap.
got-
Why
we
is
gotta
he
talk
like
Cole.
really rapping like
'cause
to
he
the
pro-
extent that he can rap?
It's because he produces his own records, bro. He'll be inspired.
guess.
We seen what he can do on other people's beats.
Yeah.
All the features were not
That's
produced
true.
by
Those
him.
features
We
are-
know he can
I
rap.
bunch of
hate
features
his
he was in.
approach. I'll just save it.
We
for
gonna
later.
talk.
Yeah,
because
we gonna talk.
I'll really go up. I hate this.
Coogi.
This
So
feature
my
approach. Though.
honorable
I might have to
mentions.
flip the chair. No, when I say it, it's gonna make sense.
Honorable mentions.
gonna get to that.
When I say it, it's gonna make sense.
So I'm going with Dave East's P2.
Okay.
I thought that was a very, very solid body of work.
It
was.
He rapped very well on it. The production was good. I didn't expect it because P1 was awful.
I'm shaking my head for the camera.
You don't like it?
I think it was good. He was just dropping too much music for like a good
Yes.
2
He
months.
He drops way
It
too
was-
fucking
it
much
was like-
music.
It was a
Every
bunch
week.
of random like Lucy's and
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But to me, that's his like. That's the music he should be making. He's rapping. He's doing what I want him to do. Just rap. I don't want no fucking Chris Brown features. Give me that.
was
He had a
a
Lloyd
stretch.
Banks feature. Like I like New York rap.
That song
So when you
smacked.
rap, all you do is rap. That's all I want. Nothing else.
And he's able to succeed off of that. He has like major sponsorships. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
He's one of the only rappers that niggas really like. Like if you look at all the big rappers, their fan base is mainly women and the young show. Like niggas love Davies because he can rap really well.
And that's the same with Kodak. Like what's that song with Kodak? He's just rapping his ass off.
Kodak
You
can
know?
Could have been
spit.
different. Could have been different.
Oh my
Kodak
god.
can spit though.
Phenomenal.
And number 2 would be Hive Mind by the Internet.
Feel you.
Oh,
Yeah,
love that.
I know it's not
definitely
hip hop,
too.
but to me, that like besides my
on my
top
R&B
5,
joint.
I kept
Yeah.
going back and I was like, this is amazing.
Yo,
And it's not even my favorite Internet album, so that like that speaks volumes. Like they just make good music.
They really do. I love.
I love
them, man.
Sid's album last year. That was really, really good.
That
That was my
Aaron
favorite, one of my
Ray.
favorite.
I'm telling y'all, 2019 Aaron Ray.
I'm
I said
trying to
it
get
now.
hip. I can't. I don't know. Something's not clicking. I'm trying. I'm
Make
trying.
it click, bro.
I'm trying.
Make it click. I'll make it click for you, bro.
so boom, we did best hip hop albums. We did honorable mentions. Let's do
Do some flops.
nah. You know,
say
let's do
that.
ASAP Rocky.
Facts.
Yeah, can we all agree the biggest flop of last year was
Jesus
ASAP
Christ,
Rocky?
what the fuck was that
Yeah, I'll
shit?
agree.
That shit was.
I took 2
God.
songs off it. That was it.
We're talking about it. He dropped the pair of sneakers that
trash.
were more popular.
No, the thing I hated about it the most was like he went on like this like promo run where he just started putting that little symbol around everywhere and had people like getting ready. It was like, oh yeah,
Like, ah,
Rocky
shit, it's supposed to be
dropped it.
crazy.
Like, he was out here like, yeah, I'm about to drop some heat. Just
about to
wait.
drop
That
some
shit was
shit.
trash.
Like he had
That thing was
such a rollout,
terrible.
dog. A lot of
Oh
people
my
didn't do
God.
a good rollout, but ASAP Rocky did.
His
It just-
rollout was perfect
it
and the
just
album
didn't
was
go.
trash.
It just
Yeah,
didn't
and
go.
you know what's
God.
crazy? Like the first time I listened to it, I was like, maybe it's me.
Yeah, I blame
heard it
myself.
again.
It
I
did it
blame
one
myself.
I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? It dropped the same day as Daytona.
Yeah,
like,
I'd rather listen to
you know what it
Daytona.
is?
I'm not trying to
maybe it's
listen to that right
Daytona.
now.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it a week. I'm gonna come back. I went back and I was
gave
like,
it a month.
I was like, no, this is pretty
It's
bad.
garbage.
I give it a
I
month.
went 3 songs in first time listening.
So flops, ASAP Rocky. We all
I
agree.
gave it a month. Somebody
We'll
said,
give that.
nah, it's heat. I said, all right, let me try again. Nah.
And you know what's crazy? It progressively got worse. Like my third time listening to it, I listened to it at Cured. I was like, you know what? I'm at a store that
This
sells
is actually
clothes.
worse
Maybe I'm
than
gonna
I
like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, can this shit finish?
Damn.
Fuck,
It wasn't even that long either.
nigga. It felt like eternity.
It felt
It was
so.
like 40 minutes or so, right?
He was like
the only
crawling to the
song-
finish line.
The only
type shit.
popular song off of it was the one
Praise
with
the Lord.
Skepta.
That's not even his
And
own
that didn't
song.
even sound like the rest of the album. It was like so different from the rest of the
Yeah.
album.
And I thought that was a poor use of Skepta.
I like
Yeah,
Fuck
like,
Sleep
yeah.
though.
like, come on.
I'll take the
Wait,
title
what-
track
which
and
one
OG
was that?
Beeper.
With
Yeah,
FK
OG
Twig,
Beeper was my
FK
favorite.
Twig,
Twigs?
yeah,
FK
Yo,
yeah.
so OG Beeper's my favorite song, but not because of Rocky,
Warren.
just because there's Block Boy on it. I'm like,
Oh yeah, the ad-libs were crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should have kept the Bad Company with Block Boy on the album. I don't know why that wasn't there.
I don't understand. ASAP Rocky, come better, man.
The visuals are amazing.
The visuals are everything about
Damn.
that album except the
Except
music is
action.
cool.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
merch, I'm sure the tour's gonna be amazing. Like Rocky's really good at this aesthetic thing, but like maybe
He's
it's
going on
time.
tour.
He's got to do a tour, but everything before this.
It's the
Wow.
testing
Like he
tour.
can't play the album.
Don't do a testing tour.
Wow.
That's why it's not called. It's not called Testing Tour.
He's probably waiting for what?
It's
more
some.
music or
It's some
something?
random name.
I think he's gonna drop an album this year though, because I think we all
No,
Oh,
he
no,
has
ASAP.
to.
across
He
the
has to.
board
He got to.
we
If
all
not, he's
dislike
done.
this album.
Yeah. He has to.
And there's already talk about him like this nigga's whack, and I was on Twitter like, nah, yo, Cozy Tapes is great, his features are good,
Yeah, I want
Rocky
other
got
Cozy
it.
tapes. I want number 3.
I'll take another one.
So
then.
something happened after Cozy Tape, and he just forgot how to rap.
You know what? Honestly, and everyone looks at me crazy. I really think the passing of Yams fucked a lot of the ASAP niggas like music, because none of them niggas have dropped a project as good as any of the
12.
prior joints before Yams died.
I like 12's.
But Ferg though.
12
12 is
good.
different though.
12
12, we never heard a 12 album with
So that
Yams.
was just the first.
So it's like,
okay.
it's-
That was
that's-
technically
alright.
his debut.
You know what I mean?
Alright,
I
that's
think
valid.
Ferg is stronger.
I like Ferg. Trap Lord was.
I don't
good.
like Ferg at all, so I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I like
Nothing.
Ferg, but I don't think he's made anything as good as Trap Lord. But like at least he's not declining. He's just being Ferg. Like I don't really put
Yeah.
Ferg in a.
He always has like a record.
I'll give him that. He's always being Ferg.
You know what I mean?
The
Has a
last
record.
record, I
He's
felt
like a
like
solid B.
the last album. I felt like a lot of the songs were more for the features.
Yeah.
Yeah,
himself.
that I feel that about
Yeah.
that.
To me,
Yeah.
Ferg is just kind of like, yo, you ever take a class in college and it's like, yeah, I know I'm gonna pass this shit, so I gotta try. Like that's Ferg. Like
Yeah.
he's always gonna do just enough to be like, oh, this is
Yeah.
cool. The feature's dope. The production's dope. But like, I don't go back to his projects ever.
Yeah.
But like, he's not bad.
And with
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky, I think nobody's addressing the fact that he's delving into more drug use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He thinks he's becoming more creative, and he's creating this like spacey sort of music.
No, sir, it's trash.
You know what it is though? You know
It's
what I
bad.
really think fucked him up, and I've been saying this for a long time too. I think Rocky is supposed to be Travis Scott big. But then we got a nigga who makes way better music than Rocky. Because if you think about it, this shit's very similar. Like if you compare,
like whatever,
they look alike.
And he had that
they're into
level of
fashion.
Travis Scott now.
He was bigger than Travis Scott at one point, but I just feel like he got. And then there was this weird. I think I don't like him. There's beef thing going on.
Yeah.
I think that really fucked everything up.
and then
And
they
it
made
is-
up, but then they never make up. Another
Yeah,
and this
so-
competitive nature for him to claim that everything he did, people are now doing.
Yeah, but it's
hate
like,
that.
and it's
Yeah.
true, but niggas is doing it better.
I think also not kind of. There was a point where we didn't really know what he wanted to do. Like
I
in
don't think
terms
he
of
knows what
like,
he wants to do.
like rapping, or are you going to be rap like
You gonna be
focused,
modeling?
or are you going to be model? Or are you going to be fashion? He
gonna be acting because there's a little movies.
yeah, like
on
he's
Netflix.
just kind of just like
Yeah.
running around, just like
He's like
He wasn't.
MGK
making
now.
sure like the pieces of the pie are all even, and it's like it's not really gonna work out that way.
Was the Cardi B record this year that he did? The one with Jeezy? I think it was this year, no?
That was last year, I think.
Last
No
year?
limit.
That was
Oh yeah,
2017, yeah.
yeah, that was
2017?
last year. That was
Okay.
It
last
just
year.
it kind of came into this year because Cardi owned this year too.
Yeah.
So let's do best new artist. I made a list of like 7 niggas. How many people did?
I got 9.
How much you got?
I'll just rank
I
it off
got
my head.
6, but I feel like
I
we
have
mutuals.
one major one.
Yeah.
So let's do 3. I feel like 3 is good.
Of the year.
Yeah, we can do 3.
Best new. I would
This
say.
year that passed.
Yeah,
This
best
past
new
year.
artist.
Yeah.
And like real quick, let's just dive into what best new artist means because a lot of these niggas on the list probably been rapping forever, but they
Yes.
like got hot
Yeah.
in 2018.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
niggas,
Yeah, that
niggas is
doesn't-
commenting on SoundCloud. Like, I've been listening to this nigga since 2010 and shit. It's like,
Yeah,
nah,
That's fine.
Like I just want to put that out there now.
All of America hasn't. So
You feel me? Yeah.
congratulations.
So I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me, Blockboy JB. That nigga dropped 2 really good projects. He can rap his ass off, and I love that Memphis sound. Number 2, Valet. I love that nigga. I know you don't like him, Wongo. I know.
I did though. That's
Oh,
the thing.
we'll get there
I
then.
did. But when you get to, are you
And
going yours? Yeah,
number
go
3
yours.
for me, I'm gonna go with. It's a toss up between Gunna and I don't really like Lil Baby. Between Gunna and Corday.
This is going to be fun.
4 days fun.
I'm not
4
saying
days
that
a good
here.
time.
I'm not saying that here.
4 days a great time.
I like
say that
Corday.
off
I wish
camera.
he dropped more music. Hence why like he's not higher up on my list. But of
Yeah.
all the new niggas, I think I think this year he's gonna prove like, nah, I can really rap.
No, yeah, he
Yeah.
can.
Oh no, he
definitely
doesn't
can.
even have to prove it.
Every-
that
and-
1985
He
response.
definitely can.
And he can make good music. Like that's what shocks me. Like when he
Yeah.
dropped Kung Fu, I was like, oh, this okay. He knows.
Have
what
you
he's
heard
doing.
his old stuff?
Yeah,
Like when he was Entendre?
yeah.
Yeah, like what's the lead? This album. I forgot it. I'm gonna look it up.
But like
I need to know it. We
That's
have
my
the
top.
internet.
That's my 3. Honorable mention will be Sheck West. The only reason Sheck West doesn't crack my list is because I didn't like his project.
That's
Right. Flop.
trash.
Yes.
That was
That's
a
another
flop.
flop of the year.
That was a flop.
That was
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
number.
I wrote
with
that
that
too.
one.
Yeah.
I wrote that too.
I was
Bro.
practicing, like,
What's
turn
going on with
off
these
Sheck
things?
West.
But are you that shocked though?
I was very shocked.
I don't know why we expected a lot from the nigga
Yeah.
that like can't rap, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like
That was a lot of hook on
all
that
the
song.
records we had were such good records.
All
Yeah.
that glitters. That shit's fire. All right, back to Sheck West. though.
But yeah, Sheck West is
Mud
in that.
boy.
He's definitely the biggest new artist, but his project was so
That
whack
was
to me that I was just like,
so-
I don't even care. And he's from Senegal, which is where I'm from, so it's like I should be biased, but I was like, nah, it's probably trash.
It was
Fuck that
bad.
bias shit. That shit was
All right,
bad.
I'm gonna
What-
jump
what's your
into.
3?
I got some mutuals, same as you. I'm gonna go with Block Boy. I can't
I'm
deny
my mama.
Block Boy. Yeah, he's fucking fire.
I'm trying to tell
He
niggas.
can rap too. He can low key rap.
Let me drop.
The trend here is I like my rappers that can rap. When they give me bars, I'm just like I get
On
excited.
my Chris
you
Brown
know?
shirt, my money go wall to wall. I was like, what? This nigga's
What?
nice.
I'll throw in Valet just because when he jumped in, everyone kind of just like hopped on that flow very quickly and
Very
it just
true.
skyrocketed him to this another level that he's like selling shit out.
Did you see him at Pusha T? Did you go to Pusha T?
I haven't seen him live. That's why I don't feel your thing.
Like he got signed to good
Damn,
music for
it's
Christ's
like
sake.
Bro,
He's awful live.
Damn.
Single
No way.
handed-
Love him?
I loved him until that concert. Until, oh God, you can ask Dip. Until after that concert, and I gave
Afterwards.
him the benefit of the doubt because like his grandfather passed right before the show, so I was like, all right, you haven't. Nah, I seen people.
I think that's the better. Fuck that.
No, wait. I seen people months after, like
Listen.
as we continue on the tour, and they said the same thing. Like he has a hype man that is miles ahead of him energy wise.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he's
no.
dead. He's walking on stage he's like, yeah,
And he wears like some tight ass clothes.
He also just walks in every video.
Do you know what? Do you know what someone said about Valet? They said he performs like he's shopping at Saks Fifth, like mad calm. Just, and I was like, wow.
Like you honestly thought he was on something, and it was like
maybe he is. Maybe he is.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
I don't think he knows he's a rapper.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be very honest with you. As much as I like him, I think he just kind of produces a record, talks about shit that he owns, and he's like, "Oh, y'all like it? Cool."
Yeah. I think another thing is like a lot of these big artists they're coming up and they're getting like fame like that, and they're not getting like the stage training.
These niggas can't perform.
Absolutely. Like they don't know how to perform. Another person that I really like but didn't like when I saw him live was Summer Walker.
Really?
I can already sense that.
Yeah,
because I heard her project and I was like,
the project was great. I love the project,
cool.
but when I saw her live, I was just like, it's kind of underwhelming. Like,
Yeah.
she was just kind of sitting there, just kind of singing, and like she was trying to set this like mood type thing.
Yeah,
and I didn't get hit with the mood.
That's how she is, bro.
Yeah,
we
heard some things about her, but we're gonna keep it quiet.
Backstage news about
off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera.
I'll drop my third, and I'll say Gunna, because again, same thing with the Valet thing. Like, dog, you can't deny the fact that he jumped in the year and just like took over for a little bit.
Literally,
Gunna,
I heard about him when he was doing a show here, and I kept seeing his name, and I was like, yo, this nigga can't be as good as everyone's making out to be. And I listened to him, I'm like, oh, this nigga's nice.
Yeah.
And he can rap.
Yeah.
That's number one. If you can rap, like as long as you can semi-rap, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys put Lil Baby up there with him?
Because Gunna's just a lot better.
You think so?
Like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
Side
Gunna
too.
taught him to rap.
Yeah, like I don't think Lil Baby's like I don't think like he's whack or anything. I just prefer Gunna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their styles are way too similar for me.
Yes.
But there's like on that album they did together, there's verses where Baby goes off, like the No Recover joint. That's probably my favorite Baby verse ever.
Yeah.
But I just prefer Gunna. I just think I think his production choices are a lot
more
better.
artistic.
More
Yeah,
versatile.
he's just more of an artist. You can tell Lil Baby's his homie that can rap.
Yeah.
He was on Mariah Carey's album, Gunna.
Yeah.
It's a bad track, but hey.
The placement's the placement. Hey,
He was on there.
Not too many niggas got.
Why even bring it?
Not too many niggas got.
Because
trash
he was on
Mariah.
it. Shit was trash, but he was on it.
But nah, I think Gunna. I think he's a star, man.
Yeah.
And he's like ugly. So like if you pop it and you ugly, that's talent.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yo, for real, it's a talent to be ugly
100%.
and prosper in rap.
100%.
He was
I
like the
didn't-
Predator from
It's
Alien vs.
true.
Predator.
My nigga, when I saw what he looked like, I'm like, this is what he. I don't know why. I don't know what I thought he looked like, but I didn't think he looked like that.
Who's that nigga 24 hours?
Oh no, let's not talk about him.
Same
I
with
used to love 24 hours.
Yo,
I first saw him, I was like, I did not
Bro.
expect that.
same with Nav. I
Bro.
thought Nav looked like Wongo. Dead ass.
Why?
I thought Nav. Yo, because
But that's not it.
I thought he was
That's
like the
not even,
super.
like-
I thought he was a super skinny black kid from
I
Toronto.
wish you would have told me that when he first came out. We didn't know, because now I'm just
No.
mad. Now I'm just mad. He's some like Indian ass
You
kid.
feel,
tell me
but
that.
like, yo,
I don't know about that. Wongo. You sounded kind of crazy, bro.
the very first time I heard him on the
Controversial.
the Travis album, I'm like, oh wow, Travis found some young nigga from his I was like, oh, some young nigga from his town. Who's this? I'm
Yeah.
like, he's probably some young black kid who produces Wild on SoundCloud. I see the video. I'm like, oh, he's related to French Montana. Got it.
Jesus.
My God.
Yo, I was mad. Like what?
I don't like Nav though. So
At all.
No,
Yeah.
Nah, that project he dropped when he was coming out.
Yeah, his early stuff.
The self-titled one was fine. Everything after that is
Even
trash.
then, I can leave him wherever time frame he came
Oh,
from.
I mean, if he
Damn.
didn't exist, I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
that's
Apparently,
fine.
Rhode Island listens to him a lot though.
Apparently,
yeah, they
I've
love
seen
him.
it firsthand. I'm just like, wait.
I don't know who to
Young artist
blame.
took like his little
Woonsocket,
sound, his little
East
melody
Prov.
sound.
Yep,
Woonsocket.
Woonsocket.
Nah, Woonsocket loves A Boogie though.
that too. Yeah.
Them niggas aren't.
Even
Province
Prov
loves
likes
A
it.
Boogie.
Nigga, he sold out the Strand like 4 different times.
Like,
A Boogie got a
like in
residency
row,
at
though.
the Strand.
Yeah.
I bet you could tell me that. I bet you could tell me
He's coming
that.
every year. He has to.
I'm gonna come clean. I just know I know his manager's from this area, so it's easy to.
Okay.
Kind of like the Fab
That's
thing.
why.
Kind of like the Fab thing.
Makes sense.
He's just a very like, yo, you a guaranteed seller. Let's do
Get
this.
that man out of
He
here.
is a guaranteed sellout.
No,
Hey man, that's one of my biggest show I host. So shout out to A Boogie. What up though? You
Facts,
feel me?
facts, facts.
Boogie
I
season.
ain't
Look
shouting
here.
out.
Yeah.
The
Nobody.
homie artist, we see you. You
I
know.
ain't shouting out nobody.
High Bridge the label, High Bridge the label.
We here.
How about you, sound?
Two dope boys. That's what I'm shouting out.
Shit.
Two dope boys.
Best new artist of the year. Shit.
Niggas iffy. Niggas iffy.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I was gonna put him on my list, but did he get big last year or in 2017?
It
This
was
year.
December.
2018.
It was December. Gummo. The Gummo dropped in
So
December.
Okay,
it was
so-
late 2017.
It was.
So late
yeah,
20
so it was coming
Okay,
to
so
the
we
And
season.
we,
can-
and we
yeah,
got his
yeah.
projects. Okay, yeah, 20.
Yeah,
I can agree with
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's true, man.
You know, you could debate that. I don't know. It's
I don't think it's debatable. I
it's
just didn't
not.
know when he came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But leading up with him, because him is obviously more of a like I guess the most attention as far as like against musically, because musically, you know,
He delivers.
he delivers these records, but you know, it's not something like you probably wouldn't play now. Like the first album is probably hard to play now, unless you're in a club atmosphere. Though that's the thing.
Yes.
You could play any one of his records in a club and it'll go off.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. But
True.
you're at home, it's a different story. You might have to turn it down for mom. But when it comes to other artists, Roddy Ricch, I like Roddy Ricch a lot.
Roddy Ricch is dope.
Roddy Ricch.
I forgot about him.
I love Roddy Ricch a lot. I think he's gonna have a major year next year.
I believe it.
I wish
think-
Meek utilized him more on the album.
There's
Yeah.
more off the camera stuff for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch. I think Roddy Ricch is gonna be very big.
I think so too.
Anyone else? I would say. Let me see. You can consider, I guess,
Damn, Roddy.
Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd's that kind of
Is
new.
he?
I would have
Nah, I
said.
wouldn't say.
I feel like I've heard
Because
about
last year
him
he
for a
had
while.
Bust Down.
He got
yeah.
XXL, 2017, right?
Yeah.
But I think this year he's more notable. After the
notable this
passing
year.
of X.
You know what? I'll give him that. Just
In a
because, like,
weird way,
I
he's
feel like
kinda
he
more
became like a
notable.
household
Yeah,
name
he
in
did.
2018.
Yeah.
Because Dark Knight
Yeah.
Gummo dropped last year, right?
Yeah,
It
that
dropped-
the end of last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the end.
And it also came on this album that dropped this year.
Yeah, so you know
yeah.
what?
Okay. Yeah,
We'll give
alright,
it to
that's
him.
fair.
Because
That's
I got
fine.
hip to him 2017, but 2018 he went from like the SoundCloud
That
nigga to like
household
he's a
name,
star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. That's
Yes, he
good.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's a star. He just
Yeah.
looks like a Chucky doll, but it's cool.
He does look
Some
like
niggas look like Chucky
Still
dolls.
debatable, but Chucky Doll, that's accurate.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say both 6ix9ine. I think 6ix9ine is my number one. I think
Yeah.
6ix9ine obviously had a fantastic year, no matter
Mhm.
if you love him or you hate him. I think one very big artist we're gonna talk about a lot, maybe for the wrong reasons, is Blueface.
I like Blueface.
Yeah.
Blueface, baby.
I like
Blueface, baby.
Blueface.
Oh,
I'm
he
not-
got
I'm
a
bars.
cut-
Yeah, he does.
I feel like I'm gonna
Like,
get
he had
dragged.
bars.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get dragged onto it, but I'm just
Listen,
I'm
listen,
not on the
Wongo,
Blueface
Wongo.
wave
If
yet.
you forget about his flow and just think about, all right,
But
it's
that's
gonna
the
be
most
terrible.
annoying part
Listen,
of it.
listen. Once you get past that, listen to the bars. No matter how
No,
bad
he
it
has
sounds.
bars. I
He's
know
got
for a
bars.
fact he has
It's gonna
bars.
hook you in a little
But
more.
it's like-
you're gonna get that little.
What
bounce
did what
real
did you
quick.
say that it sounded like? Yeah, it's like he recorded it perfectly and then he just shifted his vocals to the right.
I will say though that
That's annoying.
that
Yeah,
new
that
joint
is
he put
annoying.
out though, that Bleed record,
I
he
haven't.
was semi on beat and shit.
And then there was he did a
trolling.
freestyle on
No,
some
the
radio show and he
freestyle.
was it was I would,
No, but he has a freestyle where he did with the little ukulele. That
Oh,
was, that
yeah.
was dope.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was
not,
fucking
And that's
yeah.
that's the Bleeder record.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
All right,
trying
yeah,
his
yeah.
hardest, Wongo.
Nah, he's not trying. It's not that hard to stay on beat. Like
When-
he
when-
did a freestyle and he wasn't even anywhere.
I
Like
feel like
the
he's
beat was
trying
here
to
and
be
it was over
offbeat.
there.
That's how offbeat
I
he is. He's
can't
got to be
stand
trying to
that.
be.
But you know,
offbeat.
he also said you niggas rap every day. I only rap on weekends.
Yeah.
So if that's real life, that's
Yo.
fire.
You
And
gotta
it's
respect
only
Somebody
one year.
tweeted
It's
after
only
that.
1 year.
Somebody tweeted they were like, "Yo, and the beats on weekdays."
You feel me?
Yo,
I like
That's perfect. That's perfect right there.
You know what I learned about myself recently though? If you're a Crip and you rap, I'm gonna be a fan.
I think so too.
Yo, like
Me too.
Vince, Blueface, Snoop, Maxo, like yo,
The list goes
it's,
on.
It's
it's
the
the
swag.
List
It's
goes
the-
on.
I'm not a blood.
no
I don't
Oh,
do
yo, no
affiliation.
drug-
I
no-
don't affiliate.
no gang shit ever, but
I
like
just so happen to like blood rappers more. It's a coincidence. I'm
censor
not.
It's a weird
I'm not with
coincidence,
the
though.
shit.
Yo, can we censor that out, please?
Just take that out.
nah,
I don't be
it's
with
going
it
on their
at
YouTube
all.
page. Don't do that.
I think
Got deep in my voice and I covered my face.
That shit was too natural. That shit was too natural.
Can we get that? Can we
I
get that
think-
auto
I
tune
think
real
when he
quick? Auto
starts-
tune, please.
I think when Blueface starts connecting with these producers, he's gonna be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
You know what
He
I'm
gonna
saying?
get
Yeah,
it. He gonna
When
get
you
it.
hear that
'cause
Drake
he's
record.
from West Coast. Dr. Dre is gonna maybe get in his bag real quick, something different. It's
He
gonna
got
be
the
fire.
E40 record
Kendrick
coming
shout
out.
him out.
Yeah.
Kendrick
Low
was like,
key,
yo,
Dre gotta stay away
Nah, I'm
because of Pac's album.
I was
Anderson
so
Paak's
dead.
album. He gotta stay away.
stay
for
away
a
from
year.
what? For what?
From just like
might
just
go.
new age
But
artists.
I
Anderson
ain't gonna do
Paak
it.
is different. I consider him different. He's more like he's different.
Like I
bro.
can take
don't
that album
know.
for what it is, but I didn't enjoy
Nah, I'm gonna
it.
come clean. I want to keep Dre away from niggas too.
Like,
Yeah,
it's not. It didn't. I didn't
After that, I was like,
Even Compton was like,
no, don't do that.
Remember
Don't do that.
Compton?
Don't do that.
Compton's alright.
when,
Compton's alright.
Compton was good.
It's
Compton was a good
when's the last
album.
time you listened to it?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it drops daily?
My question to you:
I have not listened
when's
to
the
that.
last time that
The
you
whole
went,
thing or a song from it at
went and
all?
revisited more than 2 songs?
That was a good question.
Because
Probably-
the track list is fire, but the
Yeah.
music is not so much.
yeah.
Probably, I want to say like 3 months ago because
Alright.
I wanted to
That's not
play Deep Water and Dark Side. The
So
two Kendrick tracks.
I will say that album did put us on to a lot of new niggas. Like I
Yeah.
got hip to Anderson because of that album.
Yep.
King Mez. There's some
Yes.
good Kendrick verses, but as an album, this being the greatest producer of all time, quote unquote, I was like, nah, keep it. And I never asked for detox ever again.
But that seems like a trend that's happening with these older producers.
They fucking up.
I mean, because Swiss just gave us a phenomenal album.
Yeah, but it's like not being received as well as it should be.
That's fair.
Well,
Even these
Compton-
older artists, I don't
Compton
know.
was received well because it was the soundtrack for
It got
movie.
Grammy nominated too.
And wasn't Dre? Did Dre produce any of the M stuff this year? He did. No. No,
Nah.
the first album I produced.
He executive produced Kamikaze, but he didn't produce on it.
How about the first album that dropped this year?
I don't know. I don't
What was it
remember.
called?
The
I forgot.
revival one.
Revival.
Yeah, that one I say publicly that shit was trash.
I thought it was better, way better than Kamikaze.
I think
Yeah?
Kamikaze was better.
You think so?
Not much.
I think Revival has way better songs, way better features. But I don't want to get into Eminem.
Royce
I
got
know
busy
you
on
do, so I feel you.
on
Royce got
Kamikaze.
to fucking work.
Oh, honorable mention too. Royce's album. Very good.
Book of Ryan.
Very,
Yeah.
very
Book of
good,
Ryan,
mature
Book of
rap
Ryan.
album.
Okay.
Yep.
I like when my older artists give us like good bodies of work.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm this old, so I'm gonna rap about
That was
shit this age.
that was a well thought out album.
Very
Oh,
good.
Yeah,
It
he
was.
got really
Yeah.
personal on that one.
Yeah.
Did you give us year 3?
Oh, not yet.
Let's do it.
Did you go?
Wait, did you? You gave us 2.
Wait,
You gave us
two, yeah,
Blueface,
Oh yeah,
6ix9ine. Oh, Trippy, right?
I want to say Trippy, but he already mentioned Trippy. I love
Yeah.
Trippy. Shout out to you, Trippy. Georgia Smith, even though
Feel you.
I
Feel
love
you.
the
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I'll
a
take
lot
it.
of
Did you go to her
didn't.
show?
No, I didn't.
I wish
Nigga.
I
was
wish
fun.
I did.
It was good.
Don't look at me.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh,
I wish I would too.
I thought this man.
Yo.
I thought you were blaming for not going. I said, don't look
Did you
at me.
go?
I wish.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest
I
with
wish
you.
I was.
You
She's
think her
gorgeous.
music's good? And she can really sing that well live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, like it
Who
wasn't.
did I
a-
hear this
It
from?
doesn't
You?
even-
Did I hear this from you that she's not a good singer? No, Michael told me, oh, she's trash.
Nah.
She can't sing.
I mean, maybe I was like in awe
Nah,
because she
a
looks
lot
like.
of people questioned her singing before the album.
I don't think she's a great singer. I think she's good at singing, kind of like the Black thing, kind of like the Title
Yeah,
Outside
for
thing.
her voice,
she has her
she
own.
sings well.
She has her own lane,
Yeah,
and
but
like
she's
Her
not
type of
like a
music,
top
she sings
singer type
incredibly
thing.
well.
and you know she has an accent too. So for her to sing
Yeah.
without an accent,
Yeah.
I feel like
She's
that's
not
hard.
no like
And she's
Miguel the
hard.
Weekend or Division type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
But like this-
but that's not
yeah.
what you're looking
There's,
for.
yeah, I
Yeah,
look for
yeah,
her kind of like the Kali Uchis thing. I look to her to have her
Yeah.
own style, her own
Yeah.
unique voice, and she picks really good production.
Yeah.
But she sounds great live.
Nah, she
Yeah,
was
she's
singing,
fantastic.
and then she started rapping.
Who?
Georgia on the album.
Oh, yeah.
When she started rapping, I said, okay. I said, what's up with it?
I think she's fantastic.
She's dope.
Yeah.
I also want to say real quick, Juice World.
Yeah,
Take my shit. Just let niggas talk.
Jump in, Wongo. Go.
All right. Number one for me is Juice WRLD. I don't think he missed that all year. Like he had that debut project. Was it Goodbye and Good Riddance?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
fire.
Very good.
But the biggest thing for me is when he went side by side with Future.
Outshined
and
him.
Fine. You can say it. You can say it. I don't want to say it. Actually, I'll say it. He outshined him.
Outshined him.
Juice WRLD bodied that.
Yeah.
He bodied that. Favorites are Jet Lag, Astronauts, No Issue, Nah. Respect Juice WRLD.
You know what though?
get it.
I didn't like him, and so he came to the Strand, and I was in the studio with him later. That nigga can really rap. Like the way he
He
records
freestyling.
is very like Wayne like.
Yeah.
So I was like,
freestyling.
I heard one of the Future records early, and I was like, is that Future? Then he went and did his verse. I was like, oh, this nigga's nice.
Yeah.
And
But
he started
I
playing
also-
early shit. I was like, oh.
I also have I got sent what was the song? Fuck. All Girls Are the Same.
Yeah.
Got sent that came out before Lucid Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they sent me that and they was like, yeah, post this, and I just it was flooded with a bunch of other things. I didn't see it, and it wasn't until the summer before he came to the Strand that I noticed it, and I looked at the dates and I was like, that's a L. So
That's crazy.
so yeah, so ever since then I've just been really going into stuff, and now he's one of my favorites. Second to me is Lil Baby.
Yeah. Wham.
Yeah, like
He had an incredible year.
yeah,
You did.
my only knock with Lil Baby is it takes me a really long time, longer than it should, to really start liking his projects. With Harder Than Ever, it kind of took me a couple months to
Yeah.
finally get into
It's
it.
a slow burn.
Yeah, and even the same thing with Street Gossip. This last one that he dropped, it took me a while to get into it. But once I do, I really enjoy him.
Okay.
And yeah, that's I feel like. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Okay, people gonna finish me for that. I'm like,
Nah,
man,
say
Speak your
I'm
truth,
not-
Wongo.
This nigga
Matter
picked
of fact-
Blueface.
Nah, all right, no, it's my whole Lil Baby Gunna thing. I like them both.
Yeah.
But when it comes to projects,
Yeah.
and goes back to my whole cohesive thing, when it comes to projects, I enjoy Lil Baby project. And maybe I just need another one from Gunna. But when I compare these two Lil Baby ones to Gunna's, as a whole, I like Lil Baby's more. But Gunna's good songs are way better than Lil Baby's good songs.
That's not a bad. That's
But
not a
it's
bad
like
thing, though.
as a project together, I think Lil Baby's are better. It's just for me when the Gunna songs aren't good, it's just kind of like
Yeah.
Next.
And I think like the collab album was they could have skipped that. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that.
They could have just gave us Never Recover and I'd be happy.
They could have given us records off it, but not the whole project.
I also think they rushed it because not enough time went by from like, oh, we're gonna do this to here it is.
Yeah, and then the Street Gossip too. Like he could have kept that till this year too. Like he could have left.
Yeah,
because the other album was still building up. People
yeah,
still liked it.
he did rush that.
QC drops a lot of music though. That's something I noticed about that label as a whole. The niggas drop a lot.
Did we forget they dropped that big ass project last year?
Was that last year?
That was last year, right?
Yeah, QC.
It was around the same time as the Migos were dropping too.
Yeah, that was like
it was right before Culture 2. You're right.
That was a lot of music.
It was a lot of music. There was some joints on there.
Some good songs.
Yeah, and
Was
then
it Young Thug? Was Young Thug on a QC?
He was on a song. It was a pretty good one.
Oh, you mean on the label?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's on 300.
He's connected. He's connected to a lot of those niggas though.
He's on 300.
300?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he ain't getting on 300 ever.
Yeah, New York got him strapped, but Young Thug gets to do what he wants at least. And then my last one. This is just. This year had a lot of music, and it was hard to stay on something for a long time because, like, I'm sure as many of us have to do, like, you can't spend too much time on one project because you got to go to the next one to talk about the next one and, do what you got to do with it. But if there was one project that I played super long, Aaron Ray with Platinum Fire, that dropped in February, and till today, I'm still going back, and I'm playing that from start to finish, and going to see him live, it was kind of like a.
Who do you open for?
It was his own thing.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Try to play him go Coogi.
No, because
nah, don't worry, Ray. Aaron, I got you.
because I know you went to the Black tour and you went to Mad R&B tour.
respect on his
name. I'm not coming for him. I'm not coming for him. I was like, I want to know if you open for anybody because I know he's a newer nigga. Damn.
No, you're right.
Damn, I like Summer Walker. She open for someone.
I don't think he opened for it. I don't even think he ever did, but who knows? But like, it was really like. It was different because like of all the shows that I went to, this seemed like the start in the journey type of concert. Like,
that's the illest when you catch
it was like this was like his first thing. Like I've been following him. Like he did the whole West Coast thing, and he was like, "Yo, I need y'all to come out to the West Coast so I could do the whole thing." And like people showed out so he could do the whole thing, and it was like he came out and like he was so like surprised that like people knew the words to his song like on the other side of the country type thing, and like he was just. Put on a show, guy can sing live. Like he really had the time of his life, and it was something that like I was really happy to be a part of. So, but that album is fire. Fuck Y'all with Sir, Take with Ty Dolla $ign. Like that's an album that I'll be playing for a long time. So that's
real quick,
my three.
there's another singer I want to talk about, Levin Cali.
Levin
Do you
Cali.
feel like we have a better 2019?
He
I
needs
really
to.
want him to.
He
I really
needs
want
to.
him to.
He needs to.
I'm excited. That
He
song with Sid
started
was
coming
fucking
up with stuff
crazy.
towards the end of the year, and I was
Yeah.
happy. But he needs a project.
Oh, yeah,
He needs a project.
I'm waiting for that.
Levin, you need a project.
Levin, where you at?
Corv.
So I'll make it quick. I'm gonna go 6ix9ine.
Yep.
A bunch of hits after hit after hit.
Undeniable.
Sheck West, Mo Bamba.
Yo,
Song of the year.
And then last one, I'm giving respect to the ladies, City Girls.
Yes.
City Girls.
City Girls.
Yes.
Period.
Period. First off, shout out to QC.
Yo, the songs that we played at Things Crib.
That shit's hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. I think QC one of the best labels, like pushing their artists.
Yeah.
Not only hits wise, but getting them promotions, features, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They had the Drake feature, even though it wasn't full verse.
Still a feature.
JT went to jail, and they still.
they still pushing.
They had
think,
enough
like,
music to put her out. I never
think
really
they
They were labeled the year.
Season,
Free JT.
Act Up, Take Your Man, Where's the Bag At?
act up. You
I
can get
think, like,
snatched up.
I'm just tired of having a decade of Nicki Minaj, and then
Nigga, we all tired.
Yo, Nicki. Oh,
We tired.
that Queen
I
ain't
think,
even
like,
a flop.
Yeah, I think like Nicki.
I think
came
it's a
out-
flop because it was worse than what I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna be.
Yo,
it's good, though. It's good
I'll
quality.
give you that. Yeah, I'll give
Nah,
you
I say it's a flop. It didn't get number one.
Yeah, it wasn't as
numbers
good.
wise, definitely.
But I knew it was gonna be
Travis.
trash, but it was worse
Travis.
than.
I don't know. Number wise, it's not a flop.
It's a flop for a
Travis-
mega star like Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Oh, numbers. I'm not really looking at
Comparatively,
numbers.
Now, I'm not a numbers person either,
Quality-wise,
but based
yeah.
off her tweets, I'm gonna assume it's a flop because she wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I
she
hate
wasn't
that
happy.
though about her. Like that pettiness inside. I don't. I just.
She had the
But-
radio show for a good month. Like,
Yeah.
I hate
She
that.
thought she
Yo,
was
she
fucking
dead
flex.
hasn't done the Apple show in dumb long, huh?
She thought she was
Yeah.
fucking flex.
Queen Radio.
But the
she-
thing is, she was just mad because she saw that Travis was projected to sell more with all the merchant, And she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna add my merch into these sales."
It was trash.
But it was halfway through the week, and Billboard's like, "You're not doing that. That doesn't count. You can't do that." And that's why she was heated. But like Travis had been doing it for the full charting week, and she tried to do it for like 3 days, and it was like, "No."
Wait, by the way, the merch that was trash was not Joe Perez design. Shout out to Joe Perez.
Boom.
Just want to put that out there. Want to put that out there.
That's a good one.
You know, I'm saying I have to put that out there. You feel me? Because the merch he designed was fire. The shit that she put out for the album that he didn't do. Whack.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm here for City
But
Girls.
the year was taken over by Nicki and Cardi, so like I'm just happy to see another girl group get out there, and I feel like next year is gonna be a big group, big year for like female rappers like Rico Nasty, No Name.
Yeah, Rico Nasty.
Rhapsody.
So question. So I started making a double XL like list, right? Do you think City Girls will be the first like duo to make a double XL freshman cover? Because I think they deserve it.
I feel like they can.
I feel like
honestly can.
it's disrespectful if they not.
Because to me, like they came out of nowhere, like to me, on my radar, anyways.
I
Like,
think QC just
a lot of my
pushing the
a lot of my female friends was like, "Nah, City Girls is dope." And I
Even
was
the
like,
interview with Miami too. She was like, it literally happened like
"Yeah, it happened."
months. It happened right before our eyes. Like month they recorded. It dropped. It blew up. Next. Like it's literally happening right before our eyes.
You know how we know their music's dope? There's 6 niggas here, and we're just like, that's just fire.
Yeah,
and they're
like,
not making music.
They
for
didn't
us.
even like
definitely
they bashing us and they saying how like they're gonna
That's fine.
snatch
And
my
I'm like,
pockets
you right.
and,
I don't care.
and empty my bank account. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
wait,
That's
that's
cool.
cool.
Fire.
Shout
You
out
right,
Lil
Mom?
Baby. Shout Lil Baby on
Lil
that,
Baby came
that
on
season
set.
verse, he was a city boy. I'm going.
He was a city boy.
City boys be here.
First of all, bitch, you got me fucked up. that was the hardest intro I heard this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Nah,
I didn't even catch it the first time. It was when I seen it on Twitter. It was like, yeah, he just bashing them. I said, what?
nah, I
I'm not
was
bashing women,
dying.
but like
I fuck with the City Girls, man. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do, especially for like you said, JT being in jail. The fact that they're still popping, the fact that they were able to drop. I'm like, oh, QC knows what the fuck they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because even when they came, City Girl, is JT in Miami, Young Miami?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
She opened for Lil Baby when they came to Providence, and there were still City Girls posters everywhere, and she's still open for the tour. So QC's grooming them still.
Oh yeah.
So that's
good.
great.
Fact.
And it got the Cardi like feature, which is like
shout out Cardi for like working with
that-
other artists too.
yeah,
That
shout
feature was
I
nice
feel like
too.
Nicki will like feel threatened by them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think for like I think that's really good in like the female world of hip hop. I want to see them work
Yeah.
together. Like the fact that we only have one Cardi Nicki record and it's a record that they really didn't do together is whack to me because it's like
There was beef off that record too.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to me, like Nicki is the whole of like female rap.
They
You
tried to
feel
bring
me?
the City Girls into that beef too. They asked, I forget which one they asked, probably Miami. They were just like, "Yo, if you picking a side, what you doing?"
They
And
pick
they're
Cardi,
just
right?
Like, yeah.
I mean, like
That's
Go
what
stick
they
with
got
my
to,
girl
though.
Cardi.
But
But
that
they-
loyalty though, because
Yeah.
the label,
and
Yeah.
they relate to
QC
Cardi
manages-
too. Like you know what I mean? Their upbringing is very like similar. Like
I even hate questions like that. Like you
I
just,
do
you
too.
just
Like, why are
trying
you
to,
doing
like,
this?
setting up for
Why you
failure.
digging? Why you setting up?
Like
I mean,
her answer
what?
makes sense, but you already started.
But the way they
Yeah,
explained
you
it
put
was
her in
still
that
good.
position.
The way
They
they
handled it well.
explained it really
They handled it
well,
well.
which goes to show that QC knows what the fuck they're doing.
yeah.
So everyone keeps looking at their phone. We have till 10:30. I don't want to keep going, son. Yo.
Oh yeah, no.
We
just
can keep going. This
looking at
is a
numbers
fun
and shit.
conversation.
No, I'm just saying because I forgot to mention that I asked till 10:30 if y'all niggas want
Alright,
to keep going.
that's what's up, yeah.
Oh yeah. Keep it
I don't know what everyone has to do and shit. You know, I have a bunch of celebrities around me and whatnot. You feel me?
Celebrities.
So you guys want to go to best producer?
Yeah.
Kanye West.
I was gonna say Kanye West.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
He
For
gave us
real?
5 albums
Five
in a
albums.
month.
That's
And
it.
the production was all really good.
Yeah,
Whether
you can
what-
say you don't like the albums.
Yeah,
but
no.
the production was amazing.
that's
That's
off, just
On
off
3 of
Daytona and
those
Tiana
5
Taylor.
I'll take Nas's album too.
No,
Like
the
I
production was
wasn't
great.
big on like Nas's
Yeah.
like content.
Oh,
wise.
that's a flop album.
yeah, that's a flop.
Yeah, I forgot to say that.
Just for
Nasir.
Nas?
Oh, yeah.
Nasir, yeah.
Okay.
It was bad.
We feel. We see that a lot, but we feel like I don't know. People slept on it. I like it.
It's okay.
For what the
What
way
it could have been, I guess.
Yes.
you got to realize when
That's why
Kanye
it's
was
a
tweeting
flop.
the random dates and
Yes.
we all saw Nas, like all of us collectively were like, whoa.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
way,
Because
Nas.
Nas's biggest thing was
Yeah,
like he's a
it
great
was-
rapper but doesn't get good production.
It was like
Yeah.
he got that that production that we always wanted, and it was like
Yeah.
you didn't really.
Maybe it just wasn't for him.
Yeah. The
That's
thing
what it
was,
was.
the thing was, in those sessions, Nas was forced to like write really quickly.
Yeah.
So then we got what we got, you know. Nas isn't one of those write
Yeah.
quickly and just throw it out there kind of guy.
It
He's one of those
sounds-
marinates
Yeah.
with it, you know.
It sounds like he did verses to
Yeah.
other
Other
beats,
beats.
and then
Yeah.
Kanye just took him and reconstructed it. Was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I heard
Yes.
that like for example the Adam and Eve record, with the Dream was like Kanye's record.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Same with
Kanye was like-
same with Shout the Kids. That's a
Yeah,
Kanye record
that's a
originally.
Kanye record. He was like,
Yeah.
oh Nas, you can have this, or you can be on this, blah blah. So that kind of
know.
that's kind of sucks too.
Yeah,
That's
but-
that sucks with that.
Nah, Kanye definitely gave us 5 albums where each album
It's different.
sonically just
He gave us
different.
he gave us an
like,
R&B
incredible
classic,
beats. He gave us
in my
incredible
opinion.
beats. I can't deny it at all.
I would say besides Kanye, because he's like the safe answer. I feel like it's kind of like saying Astroworld's album of the year.
Yeah.
For me, I think Take Keith is one of the best producers of the year.
Sure.
He's rookie of the year as far as producers go.
Yeah.
I'll say Chase the Money too.
Yeah.
Just because he gave us the Valet records and then he turns around and gives us that J. Cole JID record. So it's like this nigga's clearly versatile, and it's like I know he's gonna have a better year this year.
Yeah.
But like all his production to me is like it's really simple.
Yeah.
It's very like Cool Kids inspired but trappy at the same time. And
Good way to put it.
Mike Will made it.
I
And
was gonna
Metro.
say that too.
Only reason Metro's not my number one is because Metro came literally at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
he did.
like his album, that's probably the best
I feel
producer
like-
album ever.
We was
It's
wondering
very
where
well
Metro
sequenced.
went.
He retired though, allegedly, right?
Yeah,
he
he
did.
retired.
know.
He
He
said he
retired.
retired.
Yeah,
because
he was-
of the disrespect producers be getting, you know?
Yeah, 'cause
so
he
he was
wasn't
like,
getting
I'm
paid and
hanging up
shit.
the jersey. All right.
But I would put Metro a little higher just because his album was really good. But it's like those other guys owned, like Take Keith owned this year.
Yeah.
Eminem got a Take Keith beat. You feel me? And that's not even slander. Like he like
that's true.
the fact that he's on
Eminem's
Eminem's
crazy.
radar is like this
Yeah.
nigga's clearly out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And him and Drake need to do an EP. 3 tracks is all I ask.
Yeah.
And shout out to him for doing all this while still attending school.
Yeah, he just graduated. So you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Nah, it be shit like that just be getting me heated because I'd be like, yo, I can't do this. I'd be like, yo, I'm mad tired. I can't write this thing right now. And it's just like, yeah, but Take Keith is,
number
making
one record of the year.
platinum records, while in school. It's just like,
Yeah, it's wild.
That's
Oh.
fantastic.
I guess I'm not doing enough. Next semester, try that again.
Make me feel like trash. Yeah.
What about you guys? I feel like I named all the niggas we would name, but is there
Nah,
any
you
of the
did.
producers?
Kenny.
How about
Kenny, yeah.
Kenny too.
Yeah.
Who you got? Who you got?
How about
That's on
Murder
my list.
Beats?
Yeah, I was gonna
Murder
say
Beats, yeah. Murder Beats had a really good year.
Yeah.
Murder on the
Okay.
beats.
I-
Boy Wonder
Nice.
with that
Boy Wonder.
with that Drake joint. That shit was fire.
Cardo got wings.
Cardo, yes.
Cardo, yeah. Nah, Kenny. I think Kenny's gonna be rookie, not rookie, but producer of the year next year.
I think so. Yo, he's working with Alchemist right now
Got that
too.
crazy momentum.
What was some of his
really?
biggest
Yeah.
records?
He
He's
did
nice.
he did a lot of stuff with Rico Nasty.
Yeah.
He did the whole
Album Key.
Key, yeah.
the joint with Key. There's probably other Lucy's or just solo.
You can tell he's very like he sits in with a lot of rappers. Like
Yeah.
he focuses more on like I'm gonna do your whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not really like I don't think Kenny's the type of person you could be like I want a beat from you.
Oh, he did all of Vince Staples.
Yeah.
albums.
FM, yeah, I knew we were missing
Yeah.
something.
Wow.
Another
Yeah.
flop.
You think so?
Yeah.
FM?
FM.
I don't really expect much from Vince as far as numbers go.
I don't think it was.
I
I
really
wouldn't say
liked it.
numbers. I would say like quality wise. I heard it. I'm just like I don't know. man.
I love
enjoyed
the
it.
concept.
This
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the concept. It was
The
a dope
concept-
concept.
the concept's
It was
ill.
executed very well.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
every
Big
song I
boner
was
boner.
getting, I was like, this is making sense. But like I'm just listening, and I'm like, again, it just didn't click. I'm just like, it went back to the thing we said earlier, where I want Vince to stop giving me all these like music score songs and out of this world sounding music, and just give me some music where you're rapping, dog.
See
Just
the
give me
thing
that.
with Vince though, like I get mad at him for that, but like you listen to his interviews, he's like I'm trying to get this bag.
Yeah, no, I get
You
it.
feel me?
I get it.
He's trying to get that
You
Ray
don't
J
give a
money.
fuck.
Salute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
it.
I mean, they all those the whole FM thing sounded good to me. Like I liked all the records.
Yeah.
It was.
and all
It's
the
not a
tracks.
bad project at all in the
Yeah.
slightest. It's
I just
just
expected something else, and that's where it came to
Yeah,
me. That's why I
alright.
think it's a flop.
same thing. At the same time though, me and Louie have both been listening to Vince like while he was coming up with Earl.
Yo,
so like.
Cold Chain?
Okay.
Like
Oh
both
my
both the
God.
Cold Chains, the project he did with Mac, like we know he can really rap.
Okay.
So when he does everything but that, it's
I
kind
feel
of
like
like
he's over it.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think he likes rapping. He's same thing with LA. Like I don't think these niggas actually like rapping.
Yeah, and I don't even think he likes doing a lot of music in general, like music affiliated things, like interviews or even shows. I remember when Vince was very young, and I saw him open up, and he dropped the mic and left because the crowd didn't know any of his songs. So
He's
he
gotten
just
a lot
left.
better at performing though.
Yeah,
A lot
Yeah.
better.
yeah.
Are we missing any producers? I feel like the
Trying to
producer
think.
list is easy.
I think
I think we got everybody.
Did we say Mike Will already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Will.
I emphasize as well because I fuck with Mike.
Came
Oh,
through with
Steve
that.
Lacey. Steve Lacey.
Steve Lacey.
Steve Lacey's a very good
Okay,
producer.
yeah.
He did that project with Raven Lene. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, his
And-
project smacked too. It
Yeah.
wasn't this year, but it was like still smacked.
I like the thing the internet's doing, where they're like,
My bad.
I do too.
but they drop, they spend a whole year
They're doing
dropping
it again this
solo.
year.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
doing it, and then they just come back next year, project together, and they're not really skipping a beat either. So.
Yeah, they said that it really helped them like make the joint album a lot better because with their solos they got to experiment with what they really want to experiment.
Yeah,
and
you
once
see
it
what
was time
works
to
and
come
what
back
doesn't.
together, it was like, all right, we're all on the same page now.
Yeah.
How about J. Cole? He's a producer.
So here's my thing. with
Are we gonna get into J. Cole?
We gonna do the J Cole
We can
thing?
do J.
You
Cole.
wanna
I'm ready for the
do
J.
Let's
Cole
jump
thing.
I'm
into
ready for
J.
J.
Cole.
Cole. I'm
Wait,
ready for J. Cole.
before
Let
me and you
me
go
get
back
ready.
and forth on
Good
slander
shit
this
sound.
nigga, let's talk about the positives J. Cole had in 2018.
Please.
Because there's some positives.
Please.
Versus, he's spaz.
His
My
feature
boy
run.
is my favorite voice
Great.
verse of the year.
He did
Pretty Little Fears,
Great
a
one.
lot.
Yup.
He bodied a
Another good
lot.
one.
Off
You know,
these.
even the more low key ones, the Rhapsody joint,
Bodied that shit.
Joyner.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Legit.
Like
Off these is dope.
these were just like
It grew on me
finally
It
gave
did.
Jid a record. Thank
Yeah.
you.
by accident too. Did you hear like how it happened?
Yeah, he didn't want it to go to him.
Jid wanted it to go to
Kendrick
Ken-
should have been on that.
He wanted Kendrick and Ski Mask on it originally.
Oh wow,
That track would have been Kendrick and Ski
Wow.
Mask.
Ski Mask was
Wow.
That would have been real.
No, he
interesting.
wanted he wanted Kendrick first. Kendrick couldn't do it because
oh,
tour. Then
okay.
during the double XL shit, he was like, "Ski, you should jump on this." But the whole the X death happened, so
Yeah.
Ski was like out of place, out of mind. So then J Cole was like, "I like this beat," and he was like, "I guess."
Sure.
If you want. That's literally how he's like, "I guess."
I don't know how you guys.
No,
are
no, no,
treating
they
J.
didn't say-
Cole here, my brother.
Nah, yo,
Like
you know
he's
what's crazy?
trash. Like he's a last resort.
You know what's crazy? Why I really like J Cole, and that's why I'm really
love
tough on
J.
the nigga
Cole.
because
I
like
like him too.
I
I
love
like-
him.
What do you guys
Fans.
do? You guys see his potential? Is what it is. Like he could be.
I know.
Yes,
shit's better.
that's the problem.
Love
All right,
him.
for me, all right. Here's my problem with this whole like feature run this year. For me, it's like, all right, J. Cole definitely he's hearing our complaints.
Yep.
He hears that we want more features,
It's acknowledged.
but he's playing us in a sense. Where in the sense he's like, y'all want more features, I'll give you them, but they're not gonna be on my album.
Fact. He's 20.
I'm gonna work with other people, give y'all those features, and then my next album's just gonna be back to the same usual shit. And it's like, no, that's not what we. No,
I
I
will.
will complain the same way when I get the album.
I will say though, I do think that just the way KOD ended, I feel like his next album is gonna be the album we want.
Weren't we supposed to get another mixtape too?
Yeah, so we're
We're
getting the
getting
fall off,
He has two
and then
mixtapes.
the fall off is the intro to the 1985's intro to the fall off, and we're getting something else.
Yeah.
Fall off is not even him though. The fall off is with his
Kill Edward.
Alter ego.
Yes,
Ah.
Kill
Kill
Edward.
Edward.
Kill Edward.
Ah.
So yeah, get ready for that weird shit.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be weird, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one.
That's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just a frustrated J Cole fan because it's like with me, it's like you've given us incredible bodies of work. Like his mixtape run is one of the best mixtape runs ever. His debut album was dope. I didn't like Born Sinner. I know everyone else does. I didn't like it.
Favorite J. Cole album.
Like
I like
2014
that.
Forest Hills Drive was definitely his most cohesive project,
Yes.
but like I still had the same complaints. It's like although this music sounds really good, I would love if you just work with other producers, even if it's just you let them touch the records, because it's like I could spot a J Cole beat from a mile away because a lot of his production is very similar.
Yeah.
You know, even like like ATM could sound like every record on KOD sounds like they could have been on his first album, and to me that's just not progression.
But my thing is like I feel like as if J. Cole sets up a perfect template for himself. You know what I'm saying?
He's very comfortable.
yeah.
Like he's very
For his
comfortable
fan base.
dropping
For his
20
fan
points
base.
a game, but it's like
And
that nigga can drop 35 points a
And
game. You feel
that's
me?
kind of where I think it is because he'll drop this. He like this. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, not the most recent one, but the one before where they focused on him. And like one of the major things they talked about was like he's the type of dude to really like just lock himself by himself in a studio, bang out that album. And it's like that's not really like no one else is hearing it. No one really getting your input in there, and that's kind of my thing. My issue with it, I really just lost my train of thought.
But my thing is like if he leaves that and he does what the people want him to do, it's not gonna feel organic and it's gonna feel forced and it's
I
not
want
gonna
him to
be
take
J.
his same
Cole.
approach. I want him. He can still have like very by himself type shit, but I want him to bring in people he really like. Look at to me the
people
JID
that he
album.
really respects.
To me, the JID album is what
Yeah.
J Cole album should sound like. A nigga rapping his ass off with really dope content, but other producers.
But he's older already, and we applaud these older artists like Royce the 5'9" and Jay-Z for doing, more mature albums, and we're not applauding.
No,
J.
his-
Cole
but
because
J. Cole's not
because
Royce
we know
old.
that J. Cole's top 5.
His content
Yeah.
is amazing.
Top
It's not his
three.
content.
Top
It's
three.
not his lyrics either. It's just kind of
Top
the song
two.
structure. I just feel like before KOD dropped, I'm like, cool. Without hearing it, I know I'm gonna get sonically.
Yeah.
Sonically, I needed to improve. He's still rapping. He's giving us bars. He's giving us verses of the year. He's rapping his ass off because he can do that. It's very easy to him.
Yeah.
I just want him to give us. It's tough because like I'm a Kanye fan, so like
little
I
more
expect,
diversity.
I expect my favorite rappers to come and give me something different. I don't know what Yanni's gonna sound like. You know what I mean? But with J. Cole, if he gives us an album right now, I have a feeling it's gonna sound like the last four, and that's my only issue with him. He's not a bad rapper. He's a great performer. He's a great person. I just need him to progress.
Because he knows that he can put out this, like, do his normal routine, put out an album.
Yeah.
It's going to sell 200, 300, 400K in a week. give it a few months,
Go on tour.
Platinum.
you know, give it a few months, go on tour. A few months after it goes platinum.
No features.
Now he's got his, you know, first, second, third title weight belt for no platinum, no features.
Yeah.
You know, his fan base is big enough where, like, whatever he puts, they take it, they enjoy it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really feel all he needs is his fan base, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, and and I'm happy for that.
That's fine, but
I feel like for who he is, because J. Cole's not a B-list artist.
Yeah.
He's A+. Like, there's only a few niggas I know who can drop right now and they're going platinum.
Yeah.
And J. Cole's in that position.
Yeah.
And it's like, even like, we can complain that Drake makes the same songs, but at least like Drake gives us diversity. He gets different producers. He gives us different features.
Yeah.
He gives us different fucking accents at this point.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
I
mean?
think Drake's in it for different reasons. Drake needs to be that guy.
Very true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Also
saying?
I want J.
Also
Cole
true.
to be that guy that he is now, just to sonically get. That's it. Like I
feel like
that's
they
my only
both
complaint.
have similar fan bases, like Drake and J. Cole. So
There's no reason we should have a J. Cole album and there's not a Miguel feature. There's no reason that we shouldn't have his new artist on his album. Like I need him to just work with other people.
yeah,
That's all.
I know what you mean. He could definitely do different things because,
Yeah.
like, for example, like I didn't expect him to do like the Moneybag Yo record. Like he did a Moneybag
You
Yo.
get what I'm
that
saying?
was
Like he
random,
respects a
I was
lot
like,
of
all right,
lot of artists.
All right, then.
He he was on 21's album and it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
clear that
Oh,
and
man.
yeah,
he
like people,
and
people
he
just
wanted
like,
to be
shit.
on there, so it's clear he likes a lot of niggas out. He likes Thug, he likes all these people, so it's like
Yeah,
I want
on
to
his
see him do
tour.
that.
So like with him, it's like he can write great posts on other people's blogs or whatever. But
Yeah.
when he writes a book for himself, he needs that book for himself.
Yeah.
He's
what
selfish.
Yeah, and he has a message. He has something he wants to talk about here, and nobody's gonna distort that. And that's what J. Cole, and I really respect that. And it's like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? That's what all it is. It doesn't mean he's not acknowledging everybody else, because obviously he is, especially with these features. It's just that this is my personal thing. I want to write for myself
Absolutely.
and let my consumers have it.
Yeah.
And I think it's
It's very
applaudable.
respectable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just for me, probably Louie, probably everyone at this table. We've all been listening to him since maybe the come up, maybe the warm up. And it's like
A while.
it's been a very long time. So it's like the fact that I can expect what he's gonna drop. It just kind of saddens me because he's not a C tier artist. He's the fucking man. He's probably the third biggest nigga in hip hop.
Now, are you still anticipating another project from him like
But
this year?
and that's his thing. Like no matter what his albums do for me, I'm always
I'll
like,
still
cool.
wait
I'm
for
gonna
another
listen
one.
to it
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's like it's not bad. KOD's a good, solid album.
Yeah.
Not in my top 5, but I don't judge anyone's like it's hot. It's number 1, right?
Yeah.
And I don't judge him for that because it's like I understand it's good music. It's just
Yeah.
I need him to do more.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think he's peaked the way other
And,
artists have
and,
peaked.
and he definitely hasn't peaked
No.
because
And
he's
I think
But
that's
I think
what
that's
I love
good
about
for
him.
him, though.
Yeah, that's what I love about him.
because that means like he has the potential to be the nigga of the game, like the top one.
And that's
I
what
don't think
the
he will
Gohan
ever
thing.
reach the level that we want him to reach, and I'm totally fine with that.
that's cool. You know what? If he can do the J. Cole thing forever. I just want one album where, like, is it too hard to get a J. Cole Metro Boomin record? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it too hard? Like, I don't know what he would sound like on these records, and that's why these features to us have been like, wow. Like, what he did on Black's album was like, damn, this is amazing, but we
Yeah.
don't hear him on shit like
I used to be scared like for like how would he sound on a trap beat type thing, but
But it's
like
like
you gave
when
me a lot. Oh, like you
Yeah.
can snap on that. So it's
you
like,
can spit.
But he
gives
had
why-
his own songs, ATM.
but it's produced
It's-
by him,
it's-
so it's still
it's J.
very,
Cole
it's still in the
trap.
J. Cole lane. But
it was
it's
like
like
it was
he-
like
Again,
copy.
we can hear a
like
J. Cole beat
his
from way
whole
over
intent
there.
was like I'm gonna sound like these niggas,
But
but I'm
not
gonna
sound
do
like-
it better.
Count it up.
Type thing.
Count it up.
Yeah.
Count it.
you know what I mean? And it's good.
Like,
It was
I
like
wasn't rocking with
ATM's
that.
a cool
the
record.
the video smacked. Like every video he dropped
Yeah,
smacked.
Yeah.
I just want him to like become comfortable with working with other people, and I honestly feel like this feature run is preparing us for his next album. And I think his next album is gonna be the one where
But
he gets
didn't he
different.
used to like was Born Center all him like production wise too?
Production wise, was pretty much all him. I
Yeah,
think
he
besides
had a
like
couple
besides the
songs, other
samples,
people touched it, but he was like
It was
he touched
all
it.
Yeah,
him.
I think
okay.
he had like a
It was-
no ID.
Then he
record
has to
on
just
there or
let other
something.
people
That was
touch
pretty
it.
nice.
Maybe like
Yeah.
someone he really like. That's something another thing they mentioned in the podcast, the Button podcast. Maybe someone that he really respects just has to EP it.
Does he have like in-house producers in Dreamville?
nigga, it's
Yes.
him.
It's
Just
him.
No, he has a few. He has a few.
He has like for other people like Jake. No one touches J. Cole beats.
Yeah,
So
I
you don't
think-
have any like in-house producers on? his
Bro,
album?
it's all like when
I think
when,
it's all
when we
him.
say he goes platinum without feature, we're not lying. Like I think
He's on
on
some rush
Jermaine
shit.
Cole.
I think on not KO. It was before KOD. For Your Eyes Only.
For your
Yeah.
I think
For
there
Your
was
Eyes Only.
one record that I forget who touched it, but someone touched half of it.
I know Vinyl's touched half of a joint. Yeah.
And that's For Your Eyes Only.
It might have been
The one
Neighbors or
before
something.
that. I think.
Oh, before the
Nah.
that's Forest Hills.
Forest Hills. Vinyl's touched the joint.
There we
Forest
go.
Hills, yeah.
It's that album because they all kind of came on this like right after each other.
All right.
I think you're not wrong either though on For Your Eyes Only.
I think someone else touched the beat too, and it's like And by the way, I like J. Cole's production. He gave Kendrick one of my favorite records. He gave XV one of my favorite records. Like J. Cole can produce.
Did he produce Jodeci with
Drake?
Did
Nah,
he?
that was Bink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just let other
where's
people
Bink
touch his
been?
stuff.
Bink hates everybody. No one
Okay.
pays that nigga or gives him respect.
Okay. Sounds like a producer.
No,
you know,
that us.
so-
Nah,
I
just
feel that.
I think he's on
just
year, though.
let other people touch it.
Yo,
he's on-
that's
even
year.
if he lets a nigga EP his album, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to work on sequencing too. Like he gives us albums with themes, but his sequence game isn't all that great.
I
Really
he's
think
on
about
year.
it. It's not bad, but for like him producing look at his sequence game, then look at Metro's sequence game.
That
get what I'm
album was
saying?
also sequence crazy though. Like
But
that was a crazy.
I don't
album.
think
But he's also like J.
that's
Cole.
never been something I've been like.
I love
hate how
sequence.
this is ordered.
I love sequencing on albums.
No,
J-
that's something that like I pay attention to like as well, but I've never.
But if the records are big, then it's like it's like.
But even like I've never been like, damn, why did he order it this way? Or why
Nah, it's not bad. It's just like keep in mind like J. Cole wants to be one of the best producers.
Yeah.
So I feel like he should challenge himself to get a sequence game up.
Mm.
Kendrick has sequence game is like it's possible to do. Like I don't want
Yeah.
him to give me Good Kid, Mad City, but it's like I just feel like he gives us a lot of songs that
If
kind
he
of.
wants to give me Good Kid, Mad City,
If he can,
I'll be
If he
so
can,
happy with that.
Take that shit.
I will never complain.
if
about
he
this
can,
man
you
again.
feel me? But like I don't know. I just want more from him because I know he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like
I
this.
respect that a lot because like arguing with other J. Cole fans, they're more like, if you don't like it, then like you have bad music.
Them
taste.
niggas
Like,
is whack.
it
We're not talking
doesn't
like
make sense, but
we're
like,
not
you
talking
should
about
want
them
the best
niggas.
from your artist.
Nah, Jacob.
J. Cole fans are kind of annoying, low key.
I had to stop.
But you know what?
I had to stop.
You know what else needs to stop though? This whole like he's trash shit.
He's not trash.
Nah,
Nah,
I just know he can do more. Like that comes from
Yeah.
me. Like I've lost like interest in him because like he just doesn't do more for me.
Yeah.
Basically it.
You know,
Well, that's
it's-
all it is. It's like,
he's not bad. He's
It's
a
almost like
really good
selfish
artist.
stimulation that you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of your past with him.
Yeah.
And I think we have to understand that he's evolving and he has a different.
Is
you know,
he?
yeah, he is.
Is
And I think
he?
evolving as a
Listen.
human being,
And we don't know that.
translating
Well, that's
into
great.
his
Because he doesn't do
music.
interviews and
Yeah.
stuff. Like he only had one interview this year with Angie Martinez.
Which was a good interview.
And that's it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the little pump one.
I want J. Cole to be. I know he's like anti-industry, but I need him to be like he has too much of a voice to not do interviews.
Yeah.
He has too much of a voice to not tweet. Like he's an A-list artist. I know Kendrick gets away with it, but Kendrick gives us a lot of content, so his music speaks for itself. I don't know anything about J. Cole.
Doesn't he have a kid? I think
He has like two.
He's
Oh,
married.
He's married.
He got
I, thi-
married, yeah.
I
I would
think
love
he
to
got
hear
married.
about that.
You-
That was by mistake. They released that he was married.
Yeah,
that was by
that's
mistake.
right.
like one of
Yeah.
his
Somebody
manager,
slipped up.
like by accident. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
he's such a, and it's hard to dislike J. Cole.
Yeah.
But-
Like clips
Very
of him performing
charismatic,
comes up. Yeah, he's
great
a
person.
good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I want him to do more because his voice is heavy.
And talking of like the Lil Pump interview, I hated that interview because it's like you drop a record and you basically like you don't sub him, like you sunned him. You essentially sunned Lil
Are we
Pump.
talking about 1985?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sunned him, and then
Yeah,
after you were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, let me get to know him." Like that doesn't make sense to me.
No, I don't think he's done him like disrespectfully.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's disrespectful, but it's like you kind of told him like this is how you should be doing things, and you shouldn't. But then it's like after it's like, all right, let me. Then
Let me sit
afterwards,
you
you
down.
were like, "Oh, let me see why he's doing." Like, I felt like that's something you do before you make a record, like
But
aimed at
he
someone.
said he made that record a long time ago.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Then he released it on his album.
I look at it like this. I look at it as I feel like J. Cole is like the big brother in hip hop at this moment. Like
Yeah.
he's like yo, 21 Savage got him on the album Money Back. Like he
Yeah.
looks to these new artists and be like, yo, you niggas are dope. Even like with X, with
He did it with Cardi.
with 6ix9ine, like he really
Yeah,
wants
that's
these new
true.
niggas to prosper.
That's
so I
true.
feel like his bashing kind of comes off as like he's being negative, but I really think he genuinely wants these
Yes.
niggas to spend their money correctly.
6ix9ine.
and not die.
Shout out 6ix9ine.
You get what I'm
recently.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
So I think with Cole, like, even when niggas was coming at X super heavy, Cole was one of the big artists to be like, he's talented. I don't know
Yeah.
about y'all. Like I don't know everything
And
else.
even Markel Fultz. That's crazy.
What do you do with Markel Fultz?
Like he
Shout
shot
out
he
Markel
said,
Fultz.
he said, "Don't worry, you know you got incredible talent. Your shot's off right now."
Yeah, shout him out, yeah.
It's almost like
Dennis Smith.
oh.
he's like the
That's
big-
dope.
Dennis Smith.
Yeah, yeah.
Dennis
Shout
Smith
out
Jr.
everybody.
Dennis
Oh,
Smith
yeah,
Jr.
yeah.
He's
North
like the
Carolina.
he's
Yeah,
like the
right.
big guy. He's like the big brother in hip hop. So I don't look at 1985 as more of a diss. It's more of a like, yo, my nigga, come for me again, I'll body you. But here's the shit you should know,
Yes.
because like I don't want you to be. another forgotten rapper next year,
Yeah.
which Lil Pump might be,
Yes.
but that Kanye record saved him. You feel me?
Yes.
So it's like
Yeah.
J. Cole's not
lucky
wrong.
with that one. Shit.
He got lucky. He got lucky that Kanye took a liking to him.
It was
'cause
also 2-month point where I didn't know if Lil Pump was in jail or not.
Yeah, it was like weird. Like, we didn't know.
I was like, is he in? Is he like? Especially
They
that SNL
supposedly-
thing.
yeah,
I was
supposedly
like,
released him to
I was
do
like,
SNL.
Yeah.
is this guy?
Wait, Pump's in jail?
He was.
I
and
still
then
don't know right now,
released
to be
him do
honest.
SNL.
Maybe we gotta ask academics. He be knowing everything.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know if he's in
I don't know
jail.
that, but I don't know.
Yo, so we have 10 more minutes, and I feel like we probably. Well, I know you have a very different most improved artist.
I think you guys might have it or might.
Let's
not.
hear yours because probably.
I think it's on.
Who's
I
yours?
just
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm just saying Drake for most improved.
Really?
Because
What?
his
I'm
2017
listening.
was very quiet. He only dropped More Life, and he came on top of God's Plan, Nice for What, In My Feelings.
His biggest records to
Biggest
date.
records. Music videos were hot.
Yeah.
He finally gave us good videos this year.
Yeah,
They could have been hotter though. I don't know.
They were good. They were good.
Yo,
They
have
were.
you seen other Drake videos?
No, but they were like only on Apple Music and stuff for like a while. Like it was like a different.
Oh, it's that
rollout.
deal, bro.
Yeah,
He got the
I don't
Apple
know.
Music deal. Don't give
Like
a fuck about
Drake
anything
was,
else.
he's already a big artist. I don't think he needed to have this big of a year, but
Yeah.
he did it anyways. And then the Pusha T beef, he took an L, but still, I think that elevated his album even more. 'Cause he made Nonstop after that.
Yeah.
He made a few more tracks after that.
Mob ties.
Mob ties,
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
I think he just flipped the whole situation from
In
himself.
My Feelings, I'm sorry. In My Feelings, he made after that
Murder
too.
Beats.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He said he could have made that without that pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Think
then-
about the pressure he had. Shit.
We talk about J. Cole's future run. He put on a lot of good artists. JB, Blockboy, Blockboy, JB, my bad.
Drake's feature run this year was amazing.
Even the
Pusha
low
T
key ones
pressing
like
you,
No
let me make it
Stylist,
my
Bigger
feelings.
Than You. Those could have been really good songs.
I don't
but
know why none of those songs stuck.
which
I
ones?
think it's like
Like
biased
most-
against. I feel like it's a bias against Drake and the Billboards. Like he could have had a really big year in Billboards with hits.
Because he did a record where Offset that was fire too. No, was it?
It was Quavo.
The,
Flip the
no,
Switch.
there's a it's a record you fuck with. Is it?
It was
Takeoff.
off of Metro
Is it
Boomin?
Takeoff?
Metro
Yes.
Boomin's album.
There's a Takeoff
The
Drake
Metro
record
Boomin
that's
one,
just
yeah.
kind
It
of.
was Quavo. Flip the Switch.
Nah,
not that
it's
one.
an
not that
older
one. It's,
record.
Old, No Complaints.
Yeah.
Yes,
That joint.
that's a record
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had a great song. Walking Like I
That
Talk.
joint.
The video was
No one,
fantastic.
Walking
no
Like
one
I
looked at
Talk
that
it, Top of
record.
the
I
Year.
was like,
Yeah.
why
Top
are
of the
we
year.
ignoring
Top
this
of the year.
record?
Top of
And
the
his
year.
tour too. I feel like he just had a really big year compared to last year.
That
That's
tour was
fair.
amazing until Travis came and like gave him a run for his money. But that tour was amazing.
But Travis is
both
also
live.
cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
Nah, but Travis been said. Travis said months
Yeah.
ago, my tour is gonna have a roller coaster. Like you just give him the trophy at that point.
Travis is cut from that Kanye cloth where it's like I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you niggas a
Yes.
fucking show.
But
Yeah.
he's suffering from those consequences because he's putting all his money there, and then now he has to like sell crazy merch.
He's going
You know
like
what
on
I'm
a
saying?
second leg tour
Yeah.
again. Like he's
So he
doing
has
the
to
same
tour again to recoup the money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spending
really?
too much
That's-
money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo,
It's
Travis spends
expensive.
a lot of fuck.
It's a
Yo,
lot
his
of
album is
money.
all features. Like he spends a lot of fucking
A
money.
lot of money.
It's a lot of insurance. Think
That's
about
why
that.
he needs Kylie.
You know who probably spent mad money too this year? Wow. Meek. Meek. All them samples on that
Dog.
album. Nah.
Well, I don't know. He has Jay-Z in his corner, bro. I feel like Meek gets this like get out of jail free card with having Jay-Z in his corner.
I don't know. That he had samples that I was like,
Interesting choice of
you
words.
spent like he had top tier samples. He had like 5-6 of them.
Nigga had a Phil Collins sample.
He started it. He
spent
started
money.
the album with
I
a
know
Phil
he
Collins
dropped
sample,
it.
dog.
And I know Phil was like, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback off that too? I think Meek Mill's my most improved for this past year so
Very
far.
good pick.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's
Because
a good pick.
he came out of jail.
Again.
It was the same thing as the Gucci.
Not a
effect.
joke. It's true.
It's
It's
Lot
the
of-
same
lot
thing
of
as the
pressure.
Gucci effect. He came out of jail. He came out as a whole different person this time, and he was like, "All right, let me reshape what I'm really doing." And
He finally had something
he changed
to
the
sign
music.
Rollies to talk.
He didn't
Yes.
rap about watches at all on this
Finally.
album.
He hit messages
Finally
with the
has something
music.
beside
that
Rollies
joint
to
with
talk
Miguel
about.
that he was like pushing off was very socially
Oh
active.
my
Like
God.
he's really trying to speak to people, like change their situation.
He also took his time.
and he took his
Yeah.
time, and he
then
gave
the
us
Drake connection.
championships.
Them coming
That
back
song.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That song's still rising.
I
It
missed that
was.
by a
It
day.
was.
And he's also
Yeah.
producing movies. He's doing a whole
Friday
bunch of
too.
things behind the
Dog.
scenes. He's doing a lot of
Man.
things.
I'm
Like, he
telling
just-
you,
he
man.
just really.
Jay's in his ear right now. Niggas think I keep saying this shit. Jay's like, yo, I think Jay is grooming Meek to be like number one.
Yeah.
If you really pay attention of all the new rappers,
Listen,
Jay loves Meek.
The
more than
EP
anyone
wasn't
else.
bad. The
Yeah.
album was really good.
Album was
like-
very.
I
Album
think-
honorable mention for me. It just came out too.
He's more hands on with him than even Cole.
I don't think.
Or
I don't
maybe
think
Cole
Cole.
doesn't want that.
I don't think Cole and Jay Z speak.
Yeah.
I have a
that's
theory on
weird.
this. I have a
Me
theory
neither.
on this shit, yo.
Me neither. I don't think they speak.
I don't think. I don't
weird.
think
I
Cole
think-
has talked to Jay in forever.
And I think Jay-Z's also very competitive.
Yeah, nigga, what?
Not in that sense. Like just fuck you. Just like as a human being, like you're not gonna outdo me.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
Drake gets a lot of flack for a lot of the same shit Jay does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay hook like Jay's always next to the young nigga,
Yeah.
especially in his prime. Like
Yeah.
when he retired, he was next to Jeezy, he's next to
Yeah.
Ross. Like Jay has whatever Drake does,
Yeah.
he gets it from the Jay-Z formula.
One day Drake's gonna be like, "Yo, Buck, you got to do another 10
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
You got to do another 10.
I gave you Live Up to My Name, and like, could have been my
You
record. Like,
got to do another 10.
That's
I
it.
got you when you out, but you got to do another.
Who's
10.
your most improved?
Boom.
Everyone's picking very different ones. I'm really happy about this.
I'm gonna say JID again.
I agree.
I
agree too.
feel
He's not my pick, but I agree with that.
Yeah, that's mine. Damn, who else am I gonna pick?
You good with that one? That one's good.
Yeah, that's kind of that was my top pick. Meek is there too.
What would Meek do?
Do I want to say Ty?
Dollar sign.
I think Ty Dolla $ign is like the artist of the year,
Yeah,
hands down. Without an album, he's the artist of the
Yeah,
year.
he cooked everybody's feature.
He did good
He was
features.
on every fucking album and he shined.
Yeah,
He's out. To me, he's artist of the year without dropping an album. That's
it was
impressive.
like every month I just be sitting there and I just hear his raspy ass voice come through.
End of the
I'd be like,
year, he ended the year on cocaine, but you know.
Nah, they forcing a charge
I
on
guess it
him.
happens.
They're forcing it. If you read the details,
yeah,
they're
the
forcing a
details
charge.
are very like he was with
They're
a
trying
bunch
to give him. They were trying to give him
like
what,
7 years, right?
They're still trying to give him 15.
Yeah.
Not 7,
Yo,
15.
Where's
Wow.
Easy at? Who's with all this crack and shit?
Bro, it wasn't even found.
Oh, I thought you were talking about most
It wasn't
improved.
even.
No,
It wasn't
no.
even found. It was something like it wasn't even. Found
It was found on
him.
his homies.
It was
He was-
found in like someone else's.
He was with like
bag.
Skrillex and shit.
Everybody else that was on the bus didn't get nothing. No charge.
He was
no
only
nothing.
black person. Yo, I be telling these rappers stop chilling with white people.
Yeah, no, to be honest.
Just stop being around cocaine. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
Like you have no business
Like,
around
how can you
cocaine.
regulate that?
Well, I think
Who in his car has cocaine? Like,
That's it.
That's
That's
what
it.
you gotta do.
That's it. You get in my
got
car.
drugs,
Don't have
listen.
cocaine. Do you have cocaine?
That's a disclaimer here. All right,
Yeah,
no
just
cocaine.
don't have. And that's a
ID,
really
please.
simple rule to follow.
What's your
like,
number?
Do not carry cocaine around
That's
me.
tough. That's tough.
who's
I mean,
yours?
I'm pretty sure it was like just on the bus. Like it just
Yeah.
Shit probably on the rug and some shit. Little
Yeah,
crack
like,
rock.
at least put it under the couch or something. I don't know.
Man,
something.
leave rappers and the tour buses alone, bro. We know they do drugs. We know they have guns. Leave
Yeah.
them be. There's a lot of very important things we could be talking about. Leave Ty
I'm
Dolla
looking
$ign
out
alone.
for them. I'm looking out for
No,
them.
I'm not you. I'm saying like cops and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
leave him. Yo, he gave us almost every great hook this year. Leave him alone. If my nigga Ty wants to do some coke, that's his business.
Low key, venues be tipping off cops.
Yeah.
That's
When
what
I
happened.
was-
That's what happened with X.
That's because
Yeah.
when
That's
I
what
did
happened.
the thing with Internet James, a lady came in. She was like, "Oh, it's illegal here. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure if you're gonna do that, like they was just smoking.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Close the door. Don't have it on your tour bus." But to me, it never makes sense like how your tour bus gets pulled over on the like. I never.
Hip hop police is a real thing, bro.
Yeah, no, I believe it. So I'm like sitting there. I was like, you know what? It might be the venues. They just might get annoyed from their
Venues,
backstage.
security.
Yeah,
All
so-
these niggas is cops.
So
B.
yeah, so that's just
Did you
perform outside from now on.
did you give your most improved
Cardi
complex
B.
and bit?
Cardi B.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
one. Very
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was-
she had a lot on her back. She had
Yeah.
like this debut album, and
Definitely.
she did it well. And
To me, it's a perfect debut album for Cardi B.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
She did it.
100% thought it was gonna be trash, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I was, yo, people think I forgot all the shit I was saying about Cardi before, and it's just I knew what I was saying, but she came out and she proved me
came through
absolutely wrong.
Came through dripping.
Bel
Drip,
Khali's-
drip.
Bel Khali's showed out, man.
And
Yeah.
she has one of my favorite guest features on that some random nigga that writes for her. What's his name?
Oh,
Fucking
Is that a new one? It just came out.
Yeah.
He opened up for Sheck West.
back in
Yeah.
Check
yeah,
West.
She bodied that shit. Oh my god.
what's
King is talking shit and
I
then
forgot what the
back
artist
it
was.
up.
but
I don't-
it's a
I
really
don't-
good song.
It's just a really good verse. It's very like Lil Kim
He has a good
inspired.
name. I forgot his name. He has a good ass name.
I don't know the name of the song, but like I know the verse.
Yeah.
Who's your most improved?
Most improved Tiger.
Wow.
Oh yes,
that's a good one.
Yes,
That's a good one.
Oh,
That's
I
a good
forgot
one.
that one.
That's a
oh,
good
Did
one.
he drop Taste and Swish back to back? Nah.
And he had my favorite moment on the Vince Staples album.
Yeah, that Tiger. Oh man.
Yeah.
And if niggas know me, early
Oh,
Twitter days,
man.
I hated Tyga.
Nah, I was big on Tiger, and then he just started being trash. When he was
got-
good, I was like, yo, is this safe to say Tiger's good again?
Yeah.
Now we were all collectively.
I was like,
Like,
can we say it? Can I say it? I'll be the first.
Nah,
Yo,
he
Joe Budden doing that shit is fucking hilarious.
Nah, he had an incredible year, and I think that's what happens when you leave negative people. You feel me? Stay away
Yeah.
from toxic women. You end up like
Yeah.
Tyga. You end up
I
having hits.
kind of seen
Yes.
it coming because I like Bitch on the Shit too.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
You gotta check. I'm telling you right now. Go back and check. He dropped the album top of the year, Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto wasn't bad at
People
all.
been telling me to look.
Kyoto
at
wasn't bad at all.
That's fair.
Check
I
that
like
one
I
that.
have
out.
to look.
And I don't like Tyga
different.
at all, my nigga. Like
Yeah, me
for me to
neither.
say Tyga, like some shit's fire from him is like,
It's a lot.
Yeah, he was in his Omarion bag with the videos and shit.
Yeah.
you know, it was looking scary for him for a little bit too.
Yeah.
We were like, is this nigga good?
Yeah.
He was covering.
Then when he dropped the shit after that, after
Yeah.
Taste, I was like,
Oh,
Tiger's
And
back.
he gave
I'll
Iggy,
say
he gave Iggy a record, Iggy Azalea.
And that shit kind of smacked.
Iggy
Yeah.
record was jiggy too.
Yeah.
We got what we got. We got 1 more minute. I'm gonna give my most improved to 21.
21.
That was on
I
my list.
that's
thought
great.
I
Yeah,
thought that was gonna be
absolutely.
across the board. For me, 21 Savage has always been really
Listen,
dope.
Yeah.
But like he's rapping his ass off way more than
A lot
usual.
of features.
He killed every feature. I want to say 21 Savage is like the new Ludacris, where he's on the record. It's like I'm gonna listen to it. Do you guys remember early Ludacris on features?
Yeah.
And on top of that, his album doesn't sound like anything he's ever dropped.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So to
Yeah.
me, it's just like the production's better. He's working with new niggas. You
He's
can
greater than he was.
very exactly.
The
And it-
sequencing stressed me out at points, but it was really good. It was.
he's
a good
getting
album,
better.
yeah.
He's
getting
trying his
better.
hardest.
He's getting better.
Very similar to the Meek
It's
thing.
definitely- yeah.
He's maturing right before our
Yeah,
eyes in
absolutely.
all
Yeah.
different aspects.
Kodak 2.
Kodak
Black.
2.
Yeah.
Street rappers are changing.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say though, Kodak Black's always been made very good music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's like
But they're just
Yeah.
changing as people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something something
Yes.
brought me in differently this time with this
Kodak?
album. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think it was him being as honest as possible. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like honesty from street rappers is a very good thing.
Yeah.
He said Atlantic Records dropped that bag on me. Them crackers dropped
Them
that bag.
crackers
dropped
I
that
said,
bag.
all right.
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
before we
I
stop,
said-
there's a verse that Kodak did. That's one of my favorite rap verses in a really long time. It's on that Dreezy record. Is that her name?
Spar.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, with the black
yeah.
record?
Spar.
Was
Yeah,
it Black,
Spar.
Yeah.
Black and
Spar.
Kodak?
Black's on that
Yo.
shit, yeah.
Dreezy gonna have 2019 in her bag.
She's fire. Black went off, but Kodak Black's verse, I
You
was
talked
like,
about like some space.
some
Yeah,
real
it
shit.
was like
the
some- I
air
was
and
like-
shit. Like, what's it called?
He was saying some real.
Talking
I'm like, Kodak wrote this.
I was like, Kodak is like
Chemtrails. You talk about
aware of
chemtrails.
like
Kodak is
society.
He's a lot smarter than he portrays himself to be, and I hope this year, along with 21, along with a bunch of other street rappers, they continue to grow.
Yeah.
And this was our end of the year episode. Holy shit, this was long. This was great.
Wait, one last.
That was
Can we get one last thing off?
Go ahead.
Alright.
That was good.
I want to hear what everyone wants to do this year.
Boom.
Oh,
What are
that's
some
great.
goals that we want to get off this year?
Shit.
Alright, bet.
Yeah.
You go
What's
first.
up?
Oh, you want me to go first?
No, I'm go last. Ask the question.
I want to tour for sure. I've done shows in Atlanta. I've done B08 is already toured. Shout out to B08 by the way. But I want to do like a mini tour with T. That's my homie down in Atlanta, and
We're doing it.
I want to make the most money I've ever made this year.
Boom.
I hear that.
You feel me?
I hear
I'll be
that.
honest with you.
That bag.
I hear
That
that.
bag.
Louie?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this music thing popping because like I really feel like I'm finally getting it going. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going sonically.
Yep.
We just gonna get it going. That money shit sounds like the way.
You
it is,
feel me?
know? I'm trying to make some money too.
You feel me? I'm trying to shop at Whole Foods this year.
I'm definitely.
I'm trying to get different money.
Damn.
Perform more, show out more, bag more.
Facts.
There you go.
Damn, get
Like
that
it.
bag.
Sound.
Nah, man, we got a plethora of things brewing for 2019 Complex Ambition. We definitely got a bunch of things happening. Yeah, we can't. Some things we can't say too much.
So you talk like such a rapper. I hate you.
I watch too much interviews not to.
Oh, you know how we coming this year. You know, I can't say it, but you know it's gonna be crazy.
But now we got a bunch of things coming through, especially merch, top of the year merch, website going. And yeah, you're definitely going to see us.
How about individually?
Yeah. Oh, well, individually, shit. That's the same shit too.
A lot of shit I can't talk about.
Trying to make that paper.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure what guy's gonna lead me, but he's gonna lead me somewhere. All I gotta do is follow him.
Yo, you know Joe Budden would hate you, right?
Yeah. I hate Joe Budden too, though. Joe
I
Budden.
don't.
You're so media trained. I love it.
Complex Ambition is definitely moving towards positive direction, and I'm very excited. It's just a matter of time before it explodes.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Thank you, bro. Shout out
Appreciate
to
you, bro.
everybody here. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
I think definitely one thing that I'm trying to do this year is be more productive. I felt like a lot last year. I did my thing, but I kind of just stayed in my lane. But I'm definitely trying to, get out there more. So like, I'm definitely trying to do more interviews. I'm definitely trying to write more pieces.
Do you think school holds you back sometimes? That's how I be feeling, man.
Shit, we gonna get. I mean,
Like time wise.
yeah, because
for
like
sure.
over
You
break,
gotta be.
it's like, yo, I got from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. type thing. Like I can just do this. Like I can write 2 pieces in a day instead of just having to do half a piece a day. Like because I got 4 classes to do homework to. But definitely more interviews. I'm definitely trying to show my creative taste more. So that's why I started. Me and Corvah been collabing, doing like a playlist mix type combo, and that's something.
Presentation's fire, by the way.
Please don't touch my cell.
And that's something that I hope to do once a month for at least a year straight, consecutively. And just fit in themes, whether they have to do with the month or just kind of our own things. And then I just really. Oh, and another thing I'm trying to do is kind of build a platform for Rhode Island art.
So you bring back Unorthodox?
I might have to bring back Unorthodox.
You thought I forgot, huh?
No one forgot. That was the first start, and I put that.
You should.
And I'm really. That's something that I definitely want to get done by this year, and I don't mean done like we started it. I'm taking done and we have recognition and like we're known type of thing. So that's definitely something I'm trying to do this year. But yeah, just
Corvah,
presence and productive.
Trying to graduate.
Hey, I feel you, dog.
I'm graduating, find a job, and then
Are you a senior this year?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the
Lucky
DJ
you.
Old ass.
just
Lucky you.
market myself better as a DJ, more events, more mixes with Wongo. The first one's pretty good. I like the ideas we have coming
Not
up
pretty
now.
good. It's fire.
That was fire.
Don't
It was fire. It
even
was fire.
sleep
All
on
right.
it.
I was trying to be humble, but it was fire.
Man,
It's
fuck being
fire.
humble. We're not being humble this year.
It's
I'm trying to be
2019.
humble.
Fuck being humble.
What?
I'm just keep working on my craft, get my name out there more, and just get ready for 2020 because like every year is just a more progression.
Oh, one last thing. I wanna start reaching out to more people. You feel me? Like this is an idea I've wanted to do for a little bit. Like I appreciate all you niggas for coming through, but like this year I want to start working, like reaching out to people that I like admire, whether it's, and a lot of the time people don't know that I fuck with their shit. So I want to start reaching out and being like, I like what you do. Let's do something together. And I definitely want to make sure we do this again next year.
Oh yeah.
Because this was fucking fun.
This was fun.
Oh, yeah.
This was mad fucking fun.
Niggas gonna be on time next year.
Nigga said 15 at 8. Got here at 8:30. He had to send me his location and prove to me. He's like, here's my location. I'm
I
like,
checked the chat. I was like, what the hell?
niggas be lying. But yeah, I want to thank you guys
City
for coming.
traffic.
It's all good. Make sure you guys follow everyone here. Everyone give their ats.
Corvito's Way, Twitter, Instagram, Corvah on SoundCloud. Check out my mixes.
Where's Wongo everywhere?
Check out the YouTube Complex Ambition, Instagram at Complex Ambition, my personal Instagram at Even Better Still Sound.
It's a vibe. That's it. Everything.
Everything bet. Twitter, Louie the B, Louie the B like the insect. Instagram, Louie the B _.
At the Don Coogi on everything. TDN 401. At the Daily Note 401 for everything.
Yeah.
And shit. Shout out to 2 Dope Boys. They're in the fucking building. Complex is in the building.
Yeah.
Up and coming DJ Corvah.
Yeah.
We fucking here. Daily Note's here too. Complex Ambition. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. My bad.
Wow.
Yeah, you headshots for the boy. Get that shit right.
Wow.
Oh yeah, shout out to B08 and we're out. Yeah.
Here we out here, boy.
Woo! Jesus Christ, that was long. That was mad fun though. Round of applause. Yeah. Take photos and shit.